All right, all right, all right. It is Wednesday night, and we are about to have a great live stream. We got a couple videos that we're about to do some reviews about or on. The topic is we got a couple of videos in regards to how men are seen in the United States, you men, and how women are starting to understand why men are leaving, getting their passports, becoming passport bros, blue book gentlemen, passport cartel, travelers, explorers, adventurers in other countries, instead of staying in the United States and dealing with the tomfoolery and foolishness there. Women are starting to understand this. Not all, but many. We're going to watch a video of a well-known Instagrammer, TikToker, who supports the passport bro, blue book gentleman movement to the point where she actually is originally from Germany. She met her husband, who's a passport bro, moved back to the States. And whenever you see any of her Instagram or TikTok videos being reviewed on YouTube, you better believe she has something positive to say about the passport bro, blue book gentleman, expat movement, whatever you want to call yourself, whatever you want to title yourself, as a man looking to establish yourself in a new country, establish a new life, the next chapter of your life, whatever you want to consider it. At the end of the day, there are women out there that support you guys. And we're going to hear from some of those women. We're going to hear from at least one. I've got some interviews coming up of women that support passport bro movement, some actual interviews. But before we get started, let's get ready to make sure we click that like button. We got 23, 25 people in the live stream right now showing up. Make sure that you click that like button. Let's start off with the the super chats. My man, Black Nubian with the Canadian $2 super chat. Shout out to you, brother, for being here. I appreciate that. All you brothers being here, starting with my man, Victory in the building. Here we go. Let's go. My man, Victory's in the building. My man, Bobby's in the building representing, checking in once again. We got a good one tonight, guys. We got a real good one. Because I noticed one thing. When it comes to the passport bro movement, one of the complaints that men and women in the States have, let me move Bobby out of the way for a second. One of the complaints that men and women in the States have regarding the passport bro movement is not that we're just taking our resources and going to other countries. I noticed one of the top outlets or top complaints that they have about what we're doing is that you guys are putting down or talking about Black women. You're degrading the queens. You're talking about the women so much. You're saying you could just leave. Why do you have to talk about Black women? And for a while, I fell off into this. And I know some of you guys were like, you know what, I'm just not going to say anything too much about the sisters because I know they're going to think that we're leaving and we're just backbiting the sisters. Until I realized you're right and they're right. We are talking about the sisters. Passport bros from different walks of life, Black, white, Asian. We are talking about the behavior pattern of modern women and many sisters in the States. Sisters who are watching, you dang right. We are talking about you. But I noticed one thing. Y'all know I'm analytical. I noticed one thing. They say men in the United States are saying you talk too much about the Black woman. Women in the United States say, passport bros, expat, blue book gentlemen, all you ex-military dudes, you're talking too much about the Black woman or women in the United States. You're putting us down. But the one thing I noticed that we hadn't done, I noticed this. No one has ever accused the passport bro, the blue book gentleman, the passport cartel, expats, you travelers, explorers. Notice, no one has ever accused any of us of lying on Black women. They can say we talk about them, we put them. No one has ever come out with one YouTube video, one TikTok video, one Instagram reel and said the Passport Bros, what they're saying is a lie. They're just saying, don't say it. The behavior patterns of women in the United States, they never said that it was a lie when we talk about it. They never said what Kevin Samuels was saying. In the words of Obsidian, St. Kevin. No one ever said that Kevin Samuels is a liar. They said, we just don't like his presentation. So when it comes to all you content creators, if you feel like doing content about the behavior patterns of women, including Black women in the United States, dang it, you go ahead and do your content, brother. If you are a sister or a white woman that's doing content and it just so happens to point towards women of color, do your content. Because at the end of the day, no one has ever accused any of us of lying on the Black woman. Everything that we've said has been true. You don't cook. You don't iron your clothes. You don't iron my clothes. You don't clean like you used to. You got an attitude about everything. You believe that every man should be making $100,000 a year. And I just read an article that $100,000 ain't nothing, because at the end of the day, the average woman only makes $42,000 a year. But you want a man to make $100,000 a year. You want the average man to be 6 feet. But there's only 14% of us in the world that are 6 feet. So why are you lying to yourself about that? You want him to take care of you. You want him to be a stepdad, a sad dude, a boy toy, all these things that we're saying. It might not be what you want to hear, ladies. But at the end of the day, you cannot accuse the Passport Bros, the Blue Book gentlemen, the expats of ever lying on you, sisters. And all you brothers that co-sign like, yeah, I ain't gonna say nothing about my sisters, my queens, my ladies back home, the queens of the universe. Damn that. Step to me when you hear me lie on you, sisters. Step to me when you hear one brother of the Passport Bro movement, what he just said was a lie. Y'all ain't got an attitude. Is that a lie? Oh, it's not? Okay. Y'all only make $42,000 a year on average. That's okay. That's the truth, right? Okay. 2/3 of all college debt is Black women. That's not a lie either. So when we said that was truthful. Black women hold most of the credit card debts that's coming down the turnpike. Oh, that's true too? Oh, okay. 80% of your kids are out of wedlock. You just busted nuts and you're only having babies by a small pool of guys statistically. Oh, that's true. Oh, we didn't lie about that. We didn't lie either about that. So everything the Passport Bro brothers have been saying is absolutely the truth. Is that what you're saying, my sisters? But you don't like the tone of it. And then brothers don't like the fact that you're saying it. They just want you to just leave and don't say nothing. But when we tried that and we were quiet, every other female on TikTok had something to say. Passport Bro movement was a quiet movement where nobody bothering nobody. We wasn't saying nothing to nobody. Getting our passports, finding a country, and going about our business. All the expats, all you retirees, ex-military, pension holders, Social Security holders, you just got your passport, you found your country, and you just left. We've been doing it for years, since World War II. Now, all of a sudden, ladies wanted to put their 2 cents in on TikTok. And we responded with truth. Don't you ever let nobody in the United States that you are leaving make you feel guilty of anything that you are saying and anything that you are doing. Speak your piece as you are walking out the door, as you are walking up that ramp or walking down that ramp on that plane. Say your piece. If they don't like how you say it, they ain't gonna never like how you say it. Abraham Lincoln said it best. You can make some of these fools happy some of the time, but I be danged if you can make all these fools happy all of the time. So we're going to listen to one sister. Well, she's a white woman from Germany, married to a brother. And she's going to give commentary on the value of the Passport Bro movement, how she and other women support and understand why men are leaving. And I'm going to tell you something else. Women already understand why the hell we leaving. From Taraji all the way down to the average everyday woman that's a nurse in the neighborhood. They already know. If we have said nothing like we were before, they know why the hell we leaving. They already know. Dr. Umar, all the brothers that support them, all them brothers that's on Lapeef Network and all those other panel shows that laugh and mock, all those Christian brothers that laugh and mock. They know when the cameras go off, they know why the hell we leaving. They know why we leaving. When you got to go to a gas station and make life decisions like my man Cat Williams said, gas prices ain't going down that far. Groceries are still high. They ain't as high as they were at one point in time, but they're still high as can be. If you don't have investments and you just making regular dollars, your money means nothing. It's sad in the United States. I'll say it. It's sad in our country, 'tis of thee, that economically we got two gangs politically, the Republicans and the Democrats, the red and the blues. Do you think that the Crips and the Bloods invented red and blue? Hell no. The original red and blue was the Democrats and the Republicans going back and forth at it. And now they used to be able to work together, but now they have drawn a line in the sand and you can't get anything done politically. From the grassroots level in your neighborhood and your community, all the way up into the White House and in Congress. But they want you to ignore that. They want to ignore that reason why we're leaving. They want to ignore the reasons that the fact that the US dollar is so strong in other countries and you can go to Bali or Thailand or Vietnam and enjoy yourself with the same US dollar. They want to deny that. They want you to stay in the United States buying Gucci and Fendi and Jordans and all that other BS. Okay, here we go. How many of us Passport Bros have bought 3 pair of Jordans, 2 pair of Jordans since you left the United States? Okay, since Jordans is all that, how many of y'all has been in another country other than when you went to the thrift area where they got like the knockoff Jordans that look like Jordans and the Yeezys that kind of like look like Yeezys? Other than that, I'm not talking about like in Thailand. How many of y'all like on purpose went out there and you went and got you at least 2 pair of Jordans? Unless you in Thailand or in Vietnam to where they got those little flea markets like that, you ain't buying that bull that they got in the States like you were buying it in the States. How many of y'all have bought a pair of LeBrons in another country outside of a thrift store where you went right into that Foot Locker in China, that Foot Locker in Japan? You went right to the Foot Locker in Colombia and you bought you a pair of Jordans or LeBrons or Kobe's. None of us? Oh, a couple of us? You know why we don't buy that? Because once you leave the United States, we realize wasting our money on that bullshit that we thought we needed to impress people in the United States, we no longer need. Tonight is water night. Drink your water, gentlemen. Drink your water. So tonight, we're about to get started with the shout outs. We got 61 people in the building. Make sure you click that like button. I like you. Make sure you like us too. As I said before, I noticed that the people in the United States, men and women, especially in our community, don't like what we have to say when it comes to the ladies, our sisters in the United States. Stop talking about us and leave. That's what they say. but no one has ever accused, and I'll say this again, no one has ever accused passport bros, expats, or blue book gentlemen of lying on black women in the United States. They just don't want you to tell the truth about black women in the United States. I have not seen one video of them saying these are the top 10 lies that passport bros tell. Have you? I've never seen it. Top 5 lies that passport bros tell about other countries. I've never seen that video. Top 20 lies that black men that own passports tell about black women in the United States. On TikTok, anybody seen it? Anybody seen a video that confirmed that passport bros tell lies, or blue book gentlemen or expats or you retirees have ever told a lie on a black woman in the United States just because you got your passport? Have you ever told a lie? Did you lie to did I lie to Andrea? Nope. Everything I've ever told Andrea about black women in the United States, it was 100% truth, positive or negative. When you guys are in Thailand, anything that you've ever said about a black woman that's back in the United States, was it ever a lie? Was it ever a lie how they dress? Was it a lie when you were in Singapore, or when you were in different locations in Vietnam? Was it a lie when you said that there are so many black women with Kool-Aid color hair? They got more hair color than packs of Kool-Aid. Was it a lie? Come on, let's be real. Did any of us ever lie? I don't care if we said it. Did we lie on you, sisters? No? Okay. Then you might as well suck that up, because we didn't tell no lies. Let's go ready to get started. We'll get started with the super chat. Once again, my man Black Nubian in the building with the $2 super chat. Shout out to you, my man Tevin, them Detroit boys. Detroit play Chicago this weekend. Them Chicago Bears and Detroit Lions play this weekend. Shout out to you with the $10 super chat. Also, my man Abraham, father of many nations, one of my favorite YouTube names, with the $5 super chat, showing love, mi gente. My man Jay is in the building, straight from Colombia with the Colombian 10,000 pesos. Shout out to you, brother. He said he just did a party in Cartagena. There are 3 sisters there. I just met a cool sister tonight that just came down to Cali. Kept calling me ninja, even though she was saying it was saying it in a nice way. I was disgusted. Yeah. It's like, come on now. Really? You got to be a real cool sister from the States for me to sit back and even give you 5 seconds of my time. Like my girl D introduced me to a sister today. Me and Andrew at our favorite Afro-Colombian restaurant, and our girl Tours by D. Make sure y'all guys hit her up for any type of tours in Medellin or in Cali. She walked in, she had a sister with her, and this sister was so cool, straight out of Florida. She like, listen, I'm loving it here. I'm thinking about moving to Cali, blah, 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 blah. But she was cool. Rare that you come across them. Wasn't nothing ghetto about her. Very feminine behavior, which is rare to find coming from the States. Shout out to that sister. My man T in the building, Detroit boys at it again one more time. He says that you know what I said? I said Tevin from Detroit, but I meant Terrell. I forget what Tev. Hey Tev, let me know where you're from. He said, good evening, everyone. Big bro, I made it on. I'm back in Colombia. Oh, you back? I'm back. He said, I'll be in Cali next week. Cool. We hanging out. We could check out my my cologne samples that I got in Europe. I got the Mason Francis collection. So yeah, It's real nice, man. Real nice, bro. Real nice. So, and it was the only one that they had left too. So you get the big, I think I showed you guys this the other day. And so like on the left-hand side, you got that's the kind of like yellow one. That's the Grand Soir, which is one of their top ones. Next to it is that Baccarat 540. And then all the way down the list. So yeah, and these are huge. These are really, really big. Let me compare them to. These are the samplers that I usually carry compared to that. So nice size. And this was the only sample set that they had. So it was cool to get it. I think I got this in Paris. No, I got this in London. So yeah, when you come down, we get to check these out, brother. I had a chance to smell them all. All right, let's get ready to continue on with the shout outs. We got Pablo Frescobar in the building. I must be doing something right. All right. We got past Bobby. We got my man Professional Nomad Podcast. Hola mi gente. Let's tap in another show tonight. Yeah, everyone, make sure that you show some support by hitting that like button. Yes, sir. Say make sure that you keep it clean in the chat. Yes, sir. Shout out to you, Stefano. My man Keith is in the building as well. And the sister that I met today, she's from Tampa area as well. Real cool. Shout out my man Mike Lowry's in the building. Triple OG. Yeah, we got a good one. And Saint Cyr. I like that image you got. Shout out once again Stefano being here in the building representing, as well as where does my man Burn being in the building as well. Shout out to you. Yeah, man. Yeah, I used to kind of like hesitate when it comes to talking about black women. Yeah, I used to hesitate when it comes to talking about black women and on YouTube, because I didn't want to be known as black woman bashing. He's bashing black women. And then it hit me. I'm like, wait a minute. Are these guys, where are the videos that showcase where the dudes are lying? I mean, is there any videos out there for any video, any female YouTuber, any male YouTuber that has come on and said Medium Man has lied on any of his videos? Any counter, I mean, Medium Man is blowing up and this brother gives nothing but stats. Is there anybody has come on YouTube and said, I don't like Medium Man, his stats are off, and here's why, he's lying? Has anybody said that? No, nobody? Any of the stats that we give and you guys give on your platforms, has anybody come out in the comment section and said, no, you're lying? Because no, nobody? They say they might not like what we say or how we present it, but nobody can accuse us of lying. Everything that you guys have been saying about sisters and modern women, and what white brothers have been saying about white women, and Asian dudes have been saying about Asian women, and I know how Latin women act funny style once they get to the States, and I hear the Latin brothers talk about it. It ain't like none of them dudes lying. None of them. Shout out to you guys. My man Twan is in the building. Salute to you, kind sir. And my man Kenny. Shout out to you, Kenny. Buenas noches, mi amigo. Cortez in the building representing as well. But Dre, they're going to say, y'all mama was black. Yes. And if you want to be honest, many of our mothers showcase some of that behavior too. Well, we were single mothers. I know single mothers in many countries and they don't act masculine. See, when I was in the States, I used to go for that one. I used to sit back when I hear black women in the States say, well, we had to be the mother and the father, therefore we had to be masculine. And I went for it for years. Like, they did have to take care of responsibility of the whole family. And I went for it. hook, line, and sinker, until I moved to Colombia. And then when I went to some of the Caribbean islands, and there were single mothers. And I ain't seen none of them women act masculine. I ain't seen none of them women out there acting a dang fool, and they were single mothers. Oh, no, I'm not saying that no matter where you go in the world is 100% extreme. I'm just talking about the norm. I'm just talking about in general. All these single mothers in Brazil, and they ain't acting like Shanika with 9 colors in their hair and acting a fool and think they can fight you. All these single mothers in Colombia, and they still present themselves in a feminine way, but yet they got all the same responsibilities that women in the United States have. But let women in the United States become single mothers, they like LL Cool J, harsh ass hell. I don't care who I battle. I don't care who you tell. I excel. Single mothers hard as hell. Straight, ready to beat the police up. So when they sit back and say your mama was, you talking about your mama was a single mother, or your mama was black. Yeah, she was. And in many of our mothers' cases, some of y'all don't want to admit it. Some of y'all had some great mothers. I had a great mother, but my mom was street. And some of y'all don't want to admit that y'all mama was street. My mama was straight street 70s, 80s, and 60s. My mama didn't sit her butt down to like 90s. Let somebody owe my mama some money. Oh, you gonna see the real Dorothy Lee. You gonna see the real Dorothy Lee. You ain't gonna see that church sister. You gonna see the real Dorothy Lee. That's what I grew up around. But she'll bake us cookies at the same time. Pound cake, banana pudding, all that stuff. So yeah, they ain't come with me with the, but your mama was black. I'm like, yeah, in these same stories, my mama fall up under some of them categories too. Shout out to my mama. God bless her soul. You say, Andre brought out the fire intro. Got to be part of the replay crew for this joke. He said, watching the Brazil. Oh man, I wish I could see that soccer series. Last match of the season, seeing if Santo, because I saw the advertisement for that today too, is getting regulated. Like and run. I ain't mad at you, brother. Watch the game. Shout out to my man LJ is in the building. Southern Vegan. Coach, great live topic. Yes, we're gonna watch the video in a few seconds. I'm gonna finish out these shout outs. We got 80 people in the building. Make sure all 80 people click that like button. Remember, all Cash App donations go towards the Children Cancer Foundation for the rest of this month. We started in September, the beginning of September. We're already at $1,500 right now. $1,500 right now that's be given to the Children Cancer Foundation. Andre and I started with the first 500. You guys have donated the last 1,000 over the last 3+ months. We got one more month to go. We donated, like I said before, 1,700 last year. This year, we're going to try to break that 1,700. And so, like I said, we're at 1,500 right now. So all Cash Apps go directly towards the Children's Cancer Foundation here in Cali, Colombia. Shout out to you guys for your support. Shout out to, once again, my man Kenny being in the building. Let me scroll down. And if I don't get to you guys' comments, it's because I'm just trying to get the shout outs to all you guys. Let my man Shy Talk in the building. Shout out to you. Great stuff, Dre. Right Point, my brother. Right Point. And my man, Carolina boys in the building. My man Midget Brown in the building. Black men can stop going to jail. Talk about it. Yeah. You say black men can stop going to jail. Talk about that. Okay. Did you know this? Statistically, white men make up 70% of the crimes in the United States. 70% of the arrests and crimes that take place in the United States, white males. Yet, over 60 to 70% of convictions and harsh punishments are Black and Latin. Let's talk about that. You wanted to bring it up. You picked the right brother. 10 years of incarceration. I've done a lot of homework on this one. Yeah, in the United States. Notice how I say that now, because since I'm out of the States, I can say in the United States. You guys catch what I'm saying? Meaning that as soon as you get out the United States, it ain't like that. In the United States is one of the top policed countries in the world. United States has more people incarcerated than any other country in the world. 9 million people right now per year are incarcerated in the United States right now. Federal penitentiary, 2 million of that 9 million. And over 60% of those are Latin and brothers. In the United States, in other words, while you're in the United States, white boys can get arrested all day long. All day long. Your white brother, you know it. Come on, don't lie to yourself. We still love you, my white brothers. You can get arrested all day long. They're gonna let your little white butt go with probation or a few years of sentencing. Let's give him 3 years or a year and a half. Oh, a harsh punishment, 5 years to the white guy. Oh my God, a white guy got 5 years of incarceration. Now, these brothers, 65 years, 24 years. These Latin brothers, 15 years. For the same crimes, 8 years, 10 years, 32 years. So if you white in the United States while you still in the United States, one of the comforts of keeping your white tail in the United States is, you know, if you fuck up, stop it with your white ass. Come here, Blackie. Be a part of the prison industrial system. Get to work. Corporations known as Unicor. 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 It's a corporation on the New York Stock Exchange. It's one of the #1 corporations of the prison industrial contract complex. They get these 9 million US citizens incarcerated, and you get free slave labor. And if you give them a few dollars, cool, but you get free slave labor. And it will amaze you how many products that are in your Walmart, that are on your Walmart shelves and in your stores that are made by prisoners in the United States. That will amaze you. So we talked about it. Troll alert, there's always one. Now the trolls got a chance to learn something. Black man self-hated. Yeah, we got to troll. You know what we do with trolls? We got to let you go. Let you go. Look like another troll. TKO. Moderators, can you do me a favor? Can you just take care of the troll for me? Just let the troll, make sure that the troll is relieved of their anguish. Euthanize the troll, whatever you got to do. But let's get rid of the troll. And thank you very much, moderators, for putting the troll in timeout or put him into outer space. I don't care what you do with him. B Panther in the building. He said, we don't need to lie because you can't make this ish up. He's 100% correct. We don't lie on black women. No one has accused us of lying. They just accuse us of saying it. You notice that? You caught that? They do not get mad at us, Stefano, for lying. Passport, bro. All those black men, the manosphere, the red pill brothers, they're all lying. Nobody ever accused us of lying. They accuse us of saying it. They get mad at us because we showcase a video of a woman that says she doesn't want to go to the Cheesecake Factory. We've been going to the Cheesecake Factory forever. Now it takes a 6-foot out of shape sister to mess up the money that the Cheesecake Factory was making off of all of us. I like the Cheesecake Factory. I got easy reservation. I could get me some cheesecake on my way out the door. I like their food selection, and I can enjoy good company and a good atmosphere. I ain't never had a problem with a date telling me I don't want to go to the Cheesecake Factory. Now you can't go to the Cheesecake Factory no more because it has been marked and scarred by a sister. Was that a lie I just told? Oh, so it was a sister that put Cheesecake Factory on blast. So now you can't take sisters to cheesecake? Okay. That's what my point is. They get mad at us for just showcasing their behavior patterns. Shout out to my man in the building. He says, salute, Andre. I look forward to our consultation on Friday. Yes, sir. Got your schedule right here. Got your schedule right here. Yes, sir. Lando's in the building. Shout out to you, brother. Salute. Them NC boys back again. Let's see what we got. Oh, Derek's in the building. Shout out them Dallas boys. Shout out from Dallas. My closest friends there in Dallas. My man, shout out to Sean D. Upshaw. My closest dude. Zeta's in the building. Hope I pronounced that correctly. Mothers in the U.S. are too entitled. Man, when you leave the United States and you meet single mothers that ain't got no WIC, that ain't got no welfare, ain't no Section 8. If they want to lean on a man, he really ain't got no money down here in Colombia. You start to realize how privileged mothers, especially single mothers, are in the United States. You ship 30 single mothers from any walk of life in the United States to Panama, to Mexico, to countries that ain't got no programs just because you got knocked up. Child support is next to nothing. So you can file for child support in Colombia. You could get next to nothing, like $60 a month. That's it. Drop these women in a country that's developed, so they like to call developed. Send them to Panama, Costa Rica, Mexico. They wouldn't last a month. Soon as that month in and they ain't got no government checks coming through, ain't no EBT cards. Man, I got more respect for these single mothers in these other countries that's raising kids without government assistance compared to our sisters and white women and modern women in the United States. It's easy to be a single mom in the United States. It ain't nothing hard about being. I have very little empathy and sympathy for single mothers in the United States now that I don't live in the United States. And I see what real single mothers around the world go through. Ain't no programs in correct me if I'm wrong. Ain't no state-sponsored programs in Thailand for just because you got knocked up. Ain't none in Japan. I never heard of one in China. Correct me if I'm wrong. Will China give you a house like they do in the States on Section 8 if you get knocked up? Will China give you WIC and all that other? Will China give you daycare if you decide to go to school? Because I know, as an ex-college recruiter, women get daycare for their kids if they decide to go to college. Are they doing that in Austria? Maybe it's some European locations where they do that for men and women, where they just look out for everybody. Your taxes are higher, but everybody get looked out for. Ain't nobody gonna be poor. Maybe in those countries. But as far as feeling sorry for single mothers in the United States, man, please, these mothers in these other countries, I got more respect for them than they got for the women in the United States. It's easy to be a single mother in the United States. Man, you could be a single mother in the United States blindfolded. It's easy compared to the other women that are single mothers in other countries. Were you talking about impoverished countries? Nope, I just named developed countries that ain't got no state-sponsored programs just because you got knocked up by 6 different dudes. Stop me when I'm lying. I must have told a lie. Yeah, that's a good point, brother. He said, my mom was street too. Yeah, my mom was street, man. Till she got older, and my stepdad was like, when she finally got married, she married my stepdad, and he told her, oh, that street Dorothy, you can let that go. And she tried to pull that street Dorothy trick, like they say in the old school, trick bag. Oh, my stepdad, shout out to Nardo. They both passed on. Nardo left my mom like, when you done playing in them streets, hit me up. Man, my mom straightened right up. All that street disappeared because she knew, listen, I'm older. He's a good man. I love him. He loved me. I'm old enough to know not to throw away a good man because they don't come around that often. And my mom all that street, all that disappeared. There was a whole new Dorothy Lee. She in the kitchen cooking, rolling, baking, bringing the plate. I'm like, I ain't never seen my mama bring no plate to nobody. She bringing plates and what do you need? He went through Alzheimer's. She was right there to the day that he died. She spoiled him rotten, and he spoiled her rotten. Like it should be in your older age. But the years prior to, man, please. My mom was straight New Jack City. Straight New Jack City. He said also white men are more likely to be shot by the police in the U.S. than black men. The statistics show that. I didn't know that. He said 9 million is a good sized country. Wow. Yeah, 9 million. And it's been that way for years. The United States has held on average about 9 to 10 million people incarcerated at one point in time or another. That includes the county jails, juvenile, federal system, and the state prisons. All those together add up to 9 million people, whether from youth all the way to adulthood. And also prison hospitals. Some of you guys don't realize that there are prison hospitals for guys that are mentally ill, or the prison hospitals for those that are older and are just dying off. Sometimes they'll have guys that are just so old, they'll put it like in the feds. They have prison hospitals where if the guy is just so old and they know he's going to pass on soon, they'll take him to the prison hospitals where nothing but old prisoners are, just old dudes, and or people in there that have mental issues, or guys that find out that they are about to pass on from HIV complications. So they'll take you off the compound and they'll take you to the prison hospitals. And a lot of guys that got HIV or full-blown AIDS, that's where they will pass on. Not usually in the federal prison, but usually they'll pass, unless they denied everything, try to hide it. But for the most part, dudes will pass on in the federal prison hospitals. So that includes those guys too. He said YouTube men receive the least time. A white man, I guess he meant a white man. Yeah, white man received less time for the same crime than black men, Asian, and Latinos. Absolutely correct. You guys are 100% correct on that one. Shout out to my man Tony in the building. He said when they are arrested, part of their group, they are more likely to let them off the hook. Yes, they are, and get their number They get their numbers from us. Yes, they do. You know, I'm gonna let the white dude go. But my conviction record, whether it be the cop, whether it be that precinct, or whether it be that judge who needs to be elected, I was hard on crime. Yeah, in the Black and Latin community, but in the white community, you ain't never heard nobody in the white community say they need to stop this because they're being hard on white criminals. You just think about it. Even when you watch the cop shows, you just got to be a 100% jerk to get arrested as a white person in the United States. Unless you like just Jeffrey Dahmer or some crazy fool that's doing some stupid stuff, okay, cool. Everybody get arrested for those crazy crimes. But for the average white person, I'm gonna say something to my white brothers in here. You might take it offensively, but I don't care. The average white dude that gets arrested, you deserve it. Because they give you chance and a half not to get them cuffs put on you. And we watch it on the reality shows. We watch it on the shows that have the police cameras and all that. And every time y'all work hard to get arrested. Y'all try y'all best to get arrested. A Latin and a black dude, we could be standing there, man, in our own dang business, ain't said nothing to nobody. We just walked out of church and they gonna arrest us and give us 10 years. Oh, they gonna get them bodies in there, but it ain't gonna be yours. So when I see a white boy arrested, man, please. When I see you in the back of that squad car and it's riding by, you earned that arrest. Because the United States, they are not trying to arrest a white dude. And you cannot sell us black people on that they are. Yes, they are. White brother, please, okay? Don't do this. Let's not have this conversation tonight. They do not try to arrest y'all. They try their best to let y'all get away with. That's why y'all known for cussing out police officers. Officer, I know my rights. I'll sue you, blah, blah, blah. We don't talk like that. We try not to say nothing because anything we say can be misconstrued. Or they try to manipulate us by saying, so you look angry. If we're sitting there quiet, not saying, you look angry, what's on your mind? And as soon as we say nothing on my mind, here's the conversation, go, let's arrest him. He's angry. He's resisting arrest. 3 years for resisting arrest, black man. Get to work in them fields. Please. When I see white dudes arrested, I'd be like, he earned that arrest. You got drunk and got too drunk. Even when y'all be out there drunk or when y'all be high, they try their best not to arrest y'all asses. Well, just walk home or just, hey, is there a coffee shop around here? Let's get them some coffee. When black people was on and Latin people was on drugs, it was war on drugs. When white people get on drugs, it's an epidemic. It's a disease. We need to help our people. Get the fuck out of here. You think I missed that watching white folks in the United States get away with mass murder of not getting arrested for the same crime I'm seeing the same brothers get? And I don't miss seeing that. So when I see white boys get arrested overseas, I don't feel sorry for you. It's about time. See, white boys will go to other countries and think they can pull that same bull in Thailand and get locked up with an ass whooping. White boys think that they can pull that I'm white boy, you won't touch me in Colombia and end up on the news. Or we haven't seen Tom in 3 weeks. If anybody's seen him. See, white boys don't realize being a white boy don't work in every country. I'm gonna say that to you again. White boys, being American, that works. Being a good person, that works. Being white, gonna get you found somewhere. Go ahead, try to be a white boy like you act in the United States. I got rights. All right, don't do that. Come to Colombia and holler your white rights if you want to. You won't do that to me because I'm white. Your white butt would get robbed just as fast as anybody else. They do not care about no color, but green. Come on down here, white boys. I'm telling you, if I was white, I wouldn't take my ass out the state. I'll stay in the States. I ain't going nowhere but white countries. I'm going to Romania. I'm going to London. I'm all up in Paris, Austria. I'm going to countries where I can be white. Because the rest of the world, the other 94% of the world, please, you can't be acting like you all like that, like in the States, and think you can't get arrested. I'm white, damn it. And you're gonna respect my whiteness. Man, they will lock your ass up so fast in Singapore. They don't care about your whiteness. That's in the States. Y'all white boys got the rest of the world fucked up. And us brothers, we laughing. If you wondering how we feel about it, it's about time y'all feeling what we feel. Y'all think we feel sorry for white boys that get arrested in other countries? Hell no. We sit back like, look at that dumbass white boy. Thought he could be white. Thought he could be white in South Africa. Maybe pre-apartheid, but not post. Look at that white boy. That white boy on the back of a milk carton right there in Vietnam. I'm not wishing evil on nobody, but what I'm saying is, when you got a passport, white brothers, realize the playing field is even. All that white privilege of I'm a white boy and I'm the one, yeah, that shit worked well in the States or in Canada some damn where. But the rest of the world, other than white countries, other than you take your butt to Finland and Austria, Sweden, you can get away with that being white there, but the rest of the world, man, please, come on down here, come to Colombia. Pull off that I'm white, respect me. Man, please. You're going to end up robbed and with a machete on you. I'm white. The fuck out of here. So all you white boys, I understand why you don't leave America. You need that mother. You need a country that's going to make you feel good about yourself. See, we black. We so used to not having a country that makes us feel good about ourselves. Any country will do. Colombia treat us better. I'm on my way. Brazil treat us better. I'm on my way. Lithuania treats us better. I'm on my way. Any country treats us better. Man, please. As long as we got U.S. passport and U.S. dollars, we get respect. That's all we need. But y'all white boys, if you think you're going to have U.S. dollars and U.S. passport, and you gonna bring your U.S. whiteness and people gonna respect that whiteness, man, you out your rabbit ass mind. No, the playing field is even now, bruh. It's even. Whatever could happen to me could happen to your white ass. And we love it. If you think us brothers sitting back like, oh, poor white boys, nobody's respecting his whiteness. Look at the white girl getting slapped up by the Afro-Colombian women. Oh my God, white girl. No, we sit up there like, whoop her ass, whoop her white ass. She want to come from America and be talking crazy to Afro-Colombian women. Go on, whoop her ass. Because she knows she'd have got arrested in the States for whooping that white girl like that. But now, the playing field is even. Go on, bring that whiteness on down here if y'all want to. I'm telling y'all, I'm showing love to my white brothers. I'm telling you, I'm giving you white brothers the game, man. But you gonna keep on trying to pull your white card out in other countries, and you gonna end up on the deceased list. You and your whiteness. Keep on playing. Y'all think I'm lying too? Man, please. These countries don't care nothing about your complexion as a white boy. I am white. That's why they respect. Shh. They get mad at us for dating and marrying foreign women. Oh, yes, they do. Woo. They do not like that. Let's get ready to get started with the video, guys. I don't want to rant too much. Y'all know how I get. Shout out to you guys. My man Growth Talk in the building. Shout out to you, brother. Love you. Love your channel, man. Make sure you guys subscribe to this man's channel. Great content all the time, man. Great content. And them 313 boys from my man, Poor Man. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. And my man Jimmy in the building. Shout out to you. He said, what passport, bro? He said, what up, big bro? He said, red pill, open my eyes. Shout out the Cheesecake Factory. Man, I love the Cheesecake Factory. Man, if I was back in the States, if they built one now, I'm going to, when we go back to the States, guess where I'm taking my wife? To the Cheesecake Factory. My wife, Andrea, will be going to the Cheesecake Factory among other spots. Believe you me. Want to put the Cheesecake Factory on blast. Shout out to you, brother, for the $5 super chat. Want to put the Cheesecake Factory on blast like the Cheesecake Factory did something. Like you ain't never had, she ain't never had no date take her to the Cheesecake Factory. Okay, if she had never been to the Cheesecake Factory, how does she know if it was good or not? How did she know if the Cheesecake Factory menu was not up to par if her big ass hadn't been to the Cheesecake Factory? But she wanted to get in the car with the dude on a date and talk about, I'm not a Cheesecake Factory lady. How do you know that? Unless you've been there. Boy, them sisters, boy, yeah, have fun with them sisters. Shout out to my man Iman. Alfred in the building. Sad about Bishop Pearson. I wouldn't know who Bishop Pearson is. I saw a headline about a church pastor that passed on, but guys, you got to realize. Remember how I always say, when I left the United States, I left the United States. Other than reaching contact with family or other than on our other YouTube channel, talk about retirement. I can't do, bruh. I've probably in the last 6 years heard one Beyonce song. I have never heard a Future song from beginning to end. Never. I have never heard a Migos song ever. Y'all don't realize I ain't one of them dudes that half step. I'm not saying you, Imam. I'm just saying that my communication of the United, I don't hold on to umbilical cords. When I'm done with something, I'm done. My mother used to laugh at me because when I break up with a female, I break up like I never met them. Like some dudes want to go back and hit it one more time. I break up and I'm gone. Like I ain't calling no more. I ain't reaching. I was a breakup artist. So it is with my girlfriend known as the United States. When that divorce was signed up from the United States, man, it was signed. Am I cool with the United States? Yes. Do I got love for the United States? Yes. But just like a country or just like a female that you divorced and you still cool with, you got love for them, you want nothing happen to them. So am I with the United States. So I think with the bishop, I don't know how he passed on, but I don't know who that pastor is. Because I got cut off all communications for the most part of keeping up. Let's put it like this, keeping up with the United States. I'm not down here going on my computer and uploading Tampa news and Tampa, Florida radio to listen to the latest. I can't tell y'all nothing what's going on other than sports. I wish I could lie. Man, I'm loving my life outside the United States. I can give a dang about what's popping off in the States. No offense though, but prayers for his family. But I think I think a couple like yesterday I saw a headline about a bishop that passed on, but I don't know who he was. Law Dog's in the building as well. When it comes to single mothers, never go swimming where another man drowned. Hey, y'all need to write that one down. You know I am. Goodness gracious. That was profound. And maybe some of you guys have heard that before, but I never have. That may be like, I don't know. That's a good one. Man, that was the best one I ever heard in regards to anything really, but single mothers, that was a good point. Never go swimming where another man drowned. You guys teach me so much, man. I ain't gonna even lie. You said there's no child support programs anywhere other than Western countries. Now a lot of countries do. Colombia does, but man, the child support is like $60 a month, $50 a month, $40 a month. Let me scroll down. Make sure I got everybody. Stoic is in the building. Shout out to you. He said, old white lady walked to the police station and started shooting and survived. All they did was tackle her. And it's not like you're lying. It's not like you're lying. African Wolf is in the building. Shout out to you. Yeah, any country will do. Can I get that country? Let me get that country. Let me try that country out. Shout out to my brother in the building. He says white folks be teaching their kids to laugh at us when we get arrested. And now we teach our kids, you go get a passport and watch how we gonna laugh at these white folks. It'd be hilarious when you sit back and see white folks try to use their white privilege in other countries. You're talking about the level of ass kickings that take place in other countries. They do not care. You about to get this foot to ass, white boy. It's funny. It is funny. Shout out to my man Trey in the building. Shout out to you, brother. Tony says white folks in America practice what I call groupism. In fact, every group does except us. Yeah, that's true. This is true. My man, crooked letter I, PPI is in the building. Shout out to you, man. Like that photo and that hat. Y'all know I'm a hat man. I keep my hats all the way over here, but yeah. Trey said Future is a philosopher. I wouldn't know. I mean, I like with Future out here. Like I heard like the first part of Percocet before. And y'all might be thinking like, man, that's like 4 albums ago. I wouldn't know. Like I know of these people by way of their personal stories that hit social media. Like the Migo young man that passed on, or Future and Sierra and his, but that's how I kind of like know people through social media. But as far as the music is concerned, or as far as really interacting with America, being close knit with what's still, ear to the ground of what's taking place in the States, I don't know. Like I said, in the last 6 or 7 years, I kid you not, I probably heard 1 or 2 Beyonce's. Jay-Z could have came out like 3 albums and I wouldn't know it. I'm still, man, listen, I haven't heard a Kanye album. I haven't heard a whole, I think the last time I heard a full Drake song was the one that he was like, when I call you on the telephone and you resist my love. The one where he had the red jacket on and kind of like dancing in a box in the video. That was like the last Drake song that I heard. So I haven't heard a I probably heard maybe 3 Kendrick Lamar songs. Man, I when I say I don't care, I'm not one of them Americans that go to other countries and try to create in America. Man, I love y'all. I don't miss y'all like that. That's like when Babyface broke up with his girlfriend, with his wife, and he got a girlfriend that looked like his wife. You like, bruh, that's creepy. You break up with your wife and get a girlfriend that look like your wife. I'm not that dude like that. When I broke up with my relationship with the United States, she's a cool ex-girlfriend. But that don't mean I'm gonna have pictures of her all over my house. I love my red, white, and blue, my country 'tis of thee, but I don't try to engage in everything. There's so much about the rest of the world that I'm trying to learn, and I make with good health, I got 30 years left. And in these 30 years, I don't give a fuck about what's taking place in the United States. There's over 190 more countries for me to explore, and I ain't got time to be wondering what the hell is going on back in one country. The same way if I wasn't in Colombia. I can't tell y'all everything will be happening in Colombia. Why? I'm trying to explore and enjoy this new country. That's how I think. So trying to build, I like how some of you guys say, when we get to Colombia, we could build, or to Brazil, we could build a small little community for black people, and then not with me in it. Oh, hell no. I ain't even trying to be around y'all as tourists. Least long talking about build a community among African Americans that I didn't like be around our asses all the time in the States. And a lot of y'all are like me. You was raised in a black community. You ain't have a choice. But once you got a choice, you decided on not just black or white or Latin. You could choose any community you wanted. So if y'all expected me to come to Colombia and build an all-black community, yeah, an Afro-Colombian community, yeah. But I ain't trying to build no America outside of America. I can have that shit. No. Okay, let's get started with the videos, man. I know I've been rambling off at the mouth as I've been giving these shout outs. Shout out to my man once again, Pablo Frescobar in the building with a $2 super chat. He said, I'm still here. He said, I'm still here. And stop watching TV. Okay, shout out to you, brother. My man Dre is in the building. Salute Dre Sr. Hope the Euro vacay went well. It did, man. I got some videos that I'm putting together that I'm putting on Patreon, as well as videos that I'm going to start showcasing here. Let you guys see our trip to Europe. Man, really, really great, man. Excellent experience, man. If you guys get a chance, do put on your list of passport stamps areas of Europe, because they do got some fine women over there too. I ain't gonna lie, they got some bad white girls over there. I ain't gonna even lie, boy. All right, let's get started with the video. Okay. Once again, this video is from a woman that actually supports the Passport Bros. She's been supporting the men getting their passports. She's a German woman, if I'm not mistaken, met her black husband, moved to the United States, and she has been 100% advocate for Passport Bros, or for men just getting your passport and building a new life. He said, what countries did you go to? We went to France, to Spain, and to UK. And we hit 5 cities. So it was great, really good. And the train ride were great from city to city. Like the train ride from just catching the train from Madrid to Barcelona was like 2 hours straight shot. The train system, Amtrak in the United States, you like, that's regular old Amtrak. But when you get on one of these super speed trains in Europe, oh yeah. All right, let's get started with the video. Move me out of the way. Let me turn the music down a little bit so you guys can hear what she's saying. Give me a second. Get to this music. There we go.
Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel and welcome to another video. This time we are going to talk about a video which was posted by the YouTube channel called Manosphere Daily, which has about 189,000 subscribers. And of course, this video featured yours truly, Soraya Brooks, because when you have a message and you are truthful, you are honest, you really identify with what you are preaching, and especially if you're practicing it, people are going to agree with you, and those who agree with you are going to spread your message. But not only that people agree with you, of course there are going to be a good chunk of people who disagree with you, such as a lot of women for example, on Instagram, because Instagram today decided to delete my account with 60,000 followers, but that's all good because we know women don't like the truth, women don't know how to deal with the truth, and they damn sure don't want to know the truth. So let's continue, let's look right into the video, and let me tell you, we have so much to talk about.
Before we get started with that, she's absolutely correct. It's sad that she built her platform. I mean, she built her Instagram following like that, telling women the truth, and women did not want to hear it, and she was under attack, so much under attack on TikTok and on Instagram that, as she just mentioned, they took down her Instagram. Yeah, they already got her banned. Man, when them sisters rally together, they rallied together. Got her straight banned. And all she ever speaks is truth. But let's go back to the video. Y'all don't want to hear my mouth. We want to hear what she has to say.
Young lady decided to critique one of my videos, and in this video I am talking about the reasons why some American men are leaving the US, join the passport bro movement, because they are sick and tired with what they have to deal with in the US. I mean, can you blame them? Young women like her are the exact reason why my channel exists, are the exact reason why I'm speaking about the things that I talk about, and I will keep going and growing on this channel because there are way too many men out there who have to suffer from this on a daily basis. And also, my ladies out there, if you are doing whatever you can do for your men, don't be afraid to show it, don't be afraid to speak about it, because we need more women like you and myself. So I did enough talking. Let's get right into the video and see what this precious little young lady has to say.
Hey everybody, I am the Mademoiselle and this is my channel. Welcome to another video. Of course, we got another reaction for y'all. This one's gonna be pretty interesting, okay? We're gonna be reacting to a woman telling us why American men have become passport bros. And boy, oh boy, I can't wait because I know I got a lot of to talk.
Well, I don't know why she has the need to show us all of her tonsils or all the teeth in the back of her mouth. And also, young lady, you have discovered the difference. I am a woman, you are a little girl, and I totally understand that you don't like the things that I say because you need to do a lot of growing up. Us women.
Let's pause. Let's look at this scenario. We've got the one woman from the States. Big mouth. Come on, let's be real. Mouth wide open, bonnet, hoodie. You got the woman from Europe. She got her hair done, face done. She's not loud. She's not disrespectful. Doesn't matter what color she is. I'm not even going to color. I'm just talking about character. Why did I bring that up real quick? If you're going to come to these other countries, guys, you eventually are going to have to start looking for women of character. There are a lot of women that have the look, but not all women in many countries have the character that you need. I give you a perfect example. I was with a brother a couple of days ago. We went out to eat. Brother kept telling me, Dre, I'm tired of smashing women in Cali. I'm looking for something serious. I said, you look for something serious? I'm looking for something serious. I said, okay, cool. But the minute a female walks by with the look that he likes, the body shape that he likes, and the face that he liked, everything that had to do with character and looking for a good woman, that was out the window. Let me get this one right here. And no offense to the young lady that walked by, but at this stage of life, many of us guys can tell how a person, how certain women walk and they dress like, that doesn't look like the wifey type. They look like one I could smash, but that doesn't look like a person I could even date or take serious. A lot of women say, how do you men know before you don't know who that person is? We do. Some of us men have been through so many women, we know the recipes before we even eat the cookies. We already know what's in the cookie. We already know that it's got butter in it. We know it's got sugar in it, a sprinkle of salt. We know the flour intake. We know everything about it before we even open up the pack of Oreos. When it comes to women, many of us have been with enough women that we can sit back and just tell, fuckable, 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 keeper, might be a keeper, fuckable, keeper, she's a keeper, she's fuckable, she's fuckable, I wouldn't fuck her. Not her, not her, not her, her, she, maybe her, definitely her, fuckable, fuckable. Stop me when I'm lying. Am I telling the truth, guys? Put a 1 in the comment section if I'm telling the truth. You get to a stage of life that a woman, it only takes you 4 seconds for a woman to walk by and you be like, oh, she just fuckable. You can tell from her energy. Put a 1 in the comment section if you're a man that's at that stage of life where it don't take a long conversation for you anymore. It doesn't. Many of us are at that point where even when you take somebody serious, you knew you shouldn't have took her serious because she was really just fuckable. She wasn't relationship quality. And you knew that from the beginning, but you wanted to give her a chance as if maybe you were wrong. Maybe I missaw something. Maybe she more than what she is. And then 6 months later, you find out, no, I was right in the first 6 seconds. In my first 6 seconds when I met her, or when I saw her, I thought, oh, she fuckable. But I wanted to give her a chance. And 6 months later, she did some stuff to let you see she's not relationship quality. And you reminded yourself like, I should have just fucked her. Because in the first 6 seconds of seeing her, I knew she was fuckable, but I wanted to give her a chance. He said, I did that issue in my 20s, never again. Shout out to you guys with the ones. So I'm not the only one that you're at that stage of life where you could just, from a glance, like, because wifey ain't gonna have like short Daisy Dukes on. And I know I'm going old school with that, but come on now. Wifey ain't gonna have 9 colors in her hair. Wifey ain't gonna have 3 different type of weave in her hair and the fake baby hair in the front. See what I'm saying? How we could just see from a glance. That ain't wifey. You know for yourself, your wifey ain't gonna have orange, blue, and green hair. Can I say that? Let's go back to these women. You know that your wife ain't gonna have no bonnet on a live stream with her mouth wide open like that, embarrassing. With a hoodie on. You know that you will more likely have a wifey. Doesn't matter if she black or white, but let's just use this analogy, like the one woman that's doing the reaction. The white girl, she got her hair just right, got her makeup just right, but not too much. She's speaking respectfully. She's more prone. I'm not surprised that her husband chose her to be wifey, not because of a skin tone, but because of character. So some of you guys, when you come to Colombia, yes, you're going to have your smash fest. When you get to Brazil, yes, you're going to have your smash fest. When you get Zoom to Thailand, yes, you're going to have a smash fest. But there's going to come a point in time when you're looking for something serious. You cannot look among the same type or group of women and think you're going to find your girlfriend or your mate or wifey. It's not going to happen. I put myself in that situation. I knew I wasn't going to find an Andre in a brothel. You know that Los, shout out to my man Los, who's married in Cartagena, he had enough sense to know he wouldn't find his wife at the clock tower in Cartagena. And anybody that's been to Cartagena, Colombia, you know what a clock tower is all about. So to fool yourself into thinking that you can find a wifey among some of these bonnet beaters, it ain't gonna happen. And the same thing when it comes to being in Medellin. Yes, party girls, have your fun guys, pay for play, have your fun guys. But when it's time to get you a good one, do not think that you're gonna find your girlfriend or a significant other among pay for play or among party girls. or among beautiful, sexy bottom feeders. It is not going to happen. Do not be trying to watch that movie Pretty Woman where you could think you could take like Mel Gibson, not Mel Gibson, but Richard Gere, and take Julia Roberts and turn her into a woman of elegance and ladylikeness. Nah, bro, you ain't Richard Gere. Yeah, them bonnet beaters. Man, I do not miss them bonnets. When I was in this, I could tolerate a hair wrap like the African hair wrap, but just having a bonnet on in public, I can even halfway understand sometime when them bonnet beasts have on the bonnet at home. I got you. Okay, cool. But to think that you about to walk out in public, or you're going to be on a public platform like this young lady, and you're going to embarrass me? She can't say nothing about the Passport Bros. She is the proof of the Passport Bros. She's the living proof of why men are saying, man, I'm done. Let me do like the one bro, whoever this woman, this German woman's husband is, I ain't mad at him. Got his passport, found his woman, and enjoying his life. I ain't mad at him. Let's continue on with the video. And the house shoes in the grocery store, and the pajamas in the grocery store. Shout out to Wall Report being in the building. Shout out to you guys. And shout out to all you guys that have given to the Cash Apps. Let me go. I'm gonna do the announcement in regards to Cash Apps after this video.
We know how to treat a man. Us women, we can, differentiate delusion from reality. That's why a lot of women in America especially also are still stuck in the delusional world, even at the age of 35, even to 40, thinking that men have to deliver this, that, this, and the other, while the woman just has to exist. Why men leave the US to find traditional wives. It's not only because they want traditional wives. There is a little bit more to that. Stay tuned to find out. I know we always talk about what and how women think about the Passport Bro movement, but there's really more to it than a man just wanting to leave the country trying to find a traditional wife.
Where the is from? Who the sponsored her ass to come to the US? And why the is she putting her mouth in affairs? Got me out here stuttering and shit. This is the thing. I don't have any problem with anyone giving their opinions about anything, okay? I get paid to do this shit, right? But I have a problem with women in particular that go into these topics and into these male-dominated spaces and try to be what you guys call pick-me's and be like, well, this is why the men are leaving y'all. This is why they're going to other countries and they want to be passport bros. I don't even know where that accent came from, but y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Who the got your ass into the US, and why do you feel like you gotta keep sucking this much? Hey yo, ain't nobody asked your unseasoned casserole ass. None of this. Why am
I honestly don't even know where to start. It's not that men are trying to be passport bros, honey. Men are passport bros, and you are one of the main reasons why it is happening. You are way too loud. I mean, just when I sat there and I looked at the video the very first time, I heard myself speak compared to the way that she is speaking. And I'm just sitting there calm, cool, collective as I am, and I'm telling you the way that you hear me speak online is the exact way that I speak to my husband. Yes, my voice may be a little deep, I get it, but that's just what it is. And then you got her, not even 2 minutes into my video, she starts calling me names, she starts insulting me, she starts telling me to stay out of their business. And I know why you are saying that, because you don't like women like myself, white Karens. You don't like white Karens because all you know is actually black and white. That's a whole different story. You don't like us speaking the truth. You don't like to see men, especially black men from America, being treated like kings. Honey, no, I am not sponsored. I'm still here based in Germany, and you better be happy and pray to the Lord about the fact that I am still here in Germany, because if I would be in America, trust me, I would be all over the podcast and none of you would like it. And there would be...
Let's stop right there for a second. Her husband, passport bro, went to Germany, got his woman, enjoying his life. And the sisters, as well as others, don't like it If you think that there are sisters in the States that are happy for me and Andrea, very few. Very few. There are some, yes, there are, but very few. If you think that there are women in the States that are going to be happy for you, co-workers, family members, going to be happy for you for finding love, not the color of the woman, just the fact that you found happiness and they in the United States are miserable. How dare you not walk in the same misery with the rest of us? How dare you actually get a passport and not be like Umar and stay here and be among the community, like Obsidian would say? How dare you actually knowing that you're 50 years old and with good health, you have another 30, 40 years. How dare you not use your 30, 40 years and waste it in the United States with these bonnet females and these women that's wearing these weave helmets, these hair helmets. How dare you actually have the audacity to live a life of Riley, of peace, to have a woman that knows how to control her voice tone. A woman that knows that when she's with you in public, she knows how to behave in public and represent you. How dare you do that? And notice, he didn't bring his woman back to the States. You see, I ain't bring mine back. All you do is that maybe bring your woman back to the States. So be it. You got business to take care of. You got kids to still raise. I got you. But as for the rest of us, nah, bruh. Nah. That's a gamble with Andrea. You would never have to worry about. Even if I wasn't with Andrea, I would never bring a female back to this. That's I love my brothers that have. I really do. But as for me, I'm trying to see the rest of this world. And I need to be with somebody that's trying to see the rest of this world too. In the United States is a place where we go, hey, wow, look at the Statue of Liberty. Oh, wow, that's amazing. Oh, wow. White Castle. Okay, all right. And then we leave. That's it. We go see a basketball game, and after that, we out. We are out. We got other countries to go see. And all that stress of the United States. And like I said, the reason why I wouldn't, I'm gonna be honest real quick. The reason why I wouldn't bring a person back to the United States, because there's a me that they have never met, and there is a them that you have never met. Andrea has never met Andre stressed out in US traffic, has she? She's never seen me get pulled over by the police and just because it was because of a racial issue. She's never seen me going back and forth with police officers, has she? Andrea has never seen me come home stressed from work, has she? There's a whole Andrea has never heard me talk about the prices of groceries in the grocery store. Like, what the hell is this? The quality of groceries. What the hell is this? Has she? There's a whole Andre that's stressed the fuck out that will be stressed in the United States that my wife has never met and I don't want to ever see again. That's the first stranger that will be in our house. Second stranger in our house is my wife. You guys say, I would want to bring a woman back to the United States because she would change because she's around the women in the United States. No, first person that she would change that she's around is you. Andrea, my wife, would have to adapt to the United States Andre, who's stressed the fuck out. Now she has to change to deal with my stress. Not her co-workers, not the ladies that's in the United States first. No, the first person that will cause Andrea to change is because she would see the changes in her husband. And because she loves me, she would have to adapt to those changes of me being a stressed out American back in the United States. That's why I wouldn't bring my wife back, because there's a side of me that she doesn't ever need to meet, ever. bad food, bad water, bad air. And I'm not saying United States is just horrific. I'm not saying that at all. But what I'm saying is, when it comes to bringing a woman back to United States, there's a side of you that woman has never met. She knows the vacation you, doesn't she? The you that's got a pocket full of money all the time. Yeah, that's the vacation you. The you that would say, hey, we in Cartagena, let me fly you out to San Andreas Island or fly you to Medellin. She know that you, doesn't she? She know the you that bring the little gifts from the United States, little cute outfits, cute colognes, perfumes. She know that you. That's your girlfriend or your wife in another country. She knows that you. She don't know that you stressed out from working 10-hour shifts, 15-hour shifts, driving that truck. She don't know that you. She don't know that you that's still in the military, dealing with what you got to deal with on a regular basis. She don't know that you. That side of you, those women have never seen before. Your girlfriend or your wife in another country has never seen that you dealing with stressed out gas prices that's get on your last nerve, or it's expensive to take care of your car, or expensive car notes, or expensive car insurance. Your girl don't know that you. And you bring her back to the States and she sees a you that she's never met before. There's an Andre that Andrea will never, ever meet. Why? Because we will never, ever live in the United States. Ever. Y'all worried about girls change or women changing your girl. No, she gonna change because she loves you and she's got to adapt to the new you. That's what's gonna cause her to not be able to deal with the United States, because you changed and she never saw it coming. She never saw it coming. Shout out to my man, The Wall Report, with the $8 Cash App for the Children's Cancer Foundation, and my man Tevin Brown with the $20 going towards the Children's Cancer Foundation. Shout out to you guys, man. Remember what I said, all Cash Apps since September go directly towards the Children's Cancer Foundation. Directly towards them. So we're going to do the donation live on the live stream like we did last year. We're going to do that again this year. Well, actually in January. Shout out to Pablo being in the building as well once again. And my brother with the cat. Let me get to the super chats real quick. Jermon is in the building. Shout out to Jermon in the building with the $5 super chat. What's up, brother? I hope everything's going great. He said, what's up, big bro, in the chat forum? He said, if her and Joanna ever link up to do a lot. I'm trying to in the German woman that's in the video. I'm trying to get her on a live stream. So I've been reaching out to her. It's over for ABW, yeah, and Western Women, yeah. It's already over. Kodak. I heard this headline a couple times. Kodak in the late 70s had an employee. The employee came to Kodak and said, listen, I just created this and I got the patent for this product called the digital camera. No more film, no more of that. Just straight up camera. They told the employee, that's cool, but we don't need it. We make so much money off of film and selling film, and people going into Walmarts and leaving their film and then coming back and picking up their pictures. Nobody wants to buy a digital camera with automatic photos. The employee said, okay, cool. He left Kodak and went to Sony. Sony said, cool. And Sony said, we'll implement it slowly but surely over time. And look at Sony. When the number one, Sony and Canon and a few others like Fuji have the digital camera game on lock, like that digital camera that's behind me, like many of you guys own. What happened to Kodak? With all that mouth, with all that attitude, with all that ego. Kodak is so yesterday. So it is with the American, with the acceptance of many, not all, because there's some good women in the United States, but the average, that's yesterday. That mouth, that was cute in the 90s. That we are women, that was cute white woman in the 70s. LGBTQ, that was the 80s. We deep into the 2000s. Y'all yesterday. LGBTQ can shout all you want. It only works in the States. You can't go to other countries and people talking about, call me they, call me them, call me us. You can't. But you can get away with it in the States. You can't get away with being embarrassing with a big mouth and big bonnets in other countries. But you can get away with it in the States. The United States women are Kodak. Remember the story of Blockbuster. Blockbuster had the opportunity to buy Netflix, and they told Netflix, get the fuck out my face. When the last time you been to a Blockbuster? You see my point? And some of you brothers love y'all sisters back in the States so much, it's going to be a resurgence. It's going to come back, and black love is going to come back together like in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. No, the hell is not. Wake the fuck up. Stop acting like you a little kid, a little boy, act like a man that's in his 40s, 50s, and 60s. You know nothing goes back. Everything rusts. Name one product or item that you know that you could put that right there for years and that it doesn't grow older, that it grows backwards. Ice does not stop melting. If you just got it in regular room temperature, it doesn't stop melting and all of a sudden goes back to being ice again. No, it melts, it moves forward in regular room temperature. We as human beings, this earth suit, it ages. It doesn't go backwards. No matter how hard or how much we take care of it, it still doesn't go backwards in time. Your watch, for the most part, if it dares to go backwards, you know your watch is broken. It's not coming. All that black love bullshit that y'all keep on trying to implement and kumbaya. Yes, black marriages will always be around. Black children and oneness will always be around. But the way that it was at one point in time, everybody's trying to act like it's going to come together again. That is done. It's over. White girls, while y'all so busy being Karens, white boys are getting their pay. They don't give a fuck what y'all think. White boys are willing to give y'all 50% of all of what they got so they can get their passport and get the fuck on. You want to divorce me and take the kids? Here's half this shit. Give me my passport. I'm going to take the rest of what I got and I'm leaving the United States. Those days of white boys chasing down white girls and getting on one knee, please, Kimberly, come back to me. Them singing outside the window, serenading this shit. Them movies ain't being made no more. Them days are done. Men are giving women exactly what they wanted. You wanted life without us? So be it. You thought life, you miss independence, you don't need us. I only want a man. I don't need a man. So be it. We go into countries where women say they want and need us. But all you guys that's keeping the torch burning, I like you. But that shit is hilarious. You better grow the fuck up and start being a real man about yourself and realize it ain't going back to like it was in the 70s, 60s, 50s, 40s. Ain't gonna be no 80% black people married again. That shit is over. It is not gonna be 80% of black children born into marriages. It is over. It's over. I don't know why I had to be the bearer of bad news, which we all know that it's getting worse and worse and worse and worse. You weren't seeing in the 50s, 60s, and 40s one black man with 8, 9 baby mamas. Now you got dudes just sitting around, black men just sitting around bragging. Yes, I got 21 baby mamas and 27 kids. Just it's whimsical. It's just like it's nothing. Why? Because it's the norm now. And all you dudes like me that are older and we saw what it was like in the past when it was still somewhat good. And so you keeping that torch alive. I'm gonna stay here for my sisters. Go ahead. Go ahead. You and Umar ignorant ass. Go ahead, stay there. But I'm telling you, it's over. And I know it hurts for somebody to tell y'all that it's done, because you got so many black community pastors and preachers and spokesmen that's trying to convince y'all that if only the black community could come back economically, well, if we could get back spiritually, if we could get nothing goes back in time. Nothing goes back in time. Name one thing, name one country, one culture, one product. This ages. This paper over time will age. These glasses will age. This microphone, where everything moves forward. So why the hell you think that black love is the only thing that's gonna go backwards in time? You invented something God didn't invent, huh? You invented something that can actually go back in time and start all over again. Once black people get back together, that shit ain't gonna happen. You crazy. Better get you a passport and find you some love. You got 40 years left on this dang planet. 40. After that 40 or 30 that you got left is done, some of you got 20 years left. And you sit around trying to kumbaya for the black community in the States. I'm not talking about not supporting the black community. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying don't build the black community. Don't get me wrong. I'm saying trying to think like it's going to come back the way that it was when it comes to relationships. Them days are done. Like I said, there will always be black love. There will always be black marriages. There will always be black people together. But I'm telling you right motherfucking now, if you think that it's going to be like it used to be, go ahead. The rest of us is going to enjoy the rest of this life, and we're going to ride the wheels off of it while you still trying to save the community and trying to prove us wrong that passport bros and expats and men that have retired into other countries, we don't know what we talking about. Black women are wonderful in this country. Get the fuck out of here. Let me scroll down. And some of you guys may say, well, Andre, you're wrong. You're kind of hard on the sisterhood. No, I'm not talking about the sisterhood. I'm talking about the whole damn community. I'm talking about how men act and women act. Even if black women straightened up 100%, let's be real. We got enough damn fools as among black men that black women still wouldn't even have enough good dudes to choose from. We're the good ones and we gone. So even if black women just suddenly did everything that black men wish they would do, it still wouldn't be enough good black men like us to go around to bring to pass your Shangri-La, your vision of black love. There's not enough good black dudes. Black men have become assholes, feminine and shit, soft. Can't talk to them. Can't tell them nothing. Don't read books. In and out of jails. Still doing domestic violence stuff. Highest in self-deletion. Still, if anybody should have learned that drugs will tear up a community, it was black people. It should have been after crack. There should not have been one drug that could have ever entered into the black community. But there's still new shit that's still going into the black community. And a lot of it is not being introduced by black women. A lot of times it's us brothers that's introducing some shit into our own communities. So even if all the sisters did get it together, it's enough of us pookies in our community that's fucking that up. It's never going backwards. It's never going backwards. So I don't just put it on the sisters. I even put it on a percentage of us brothers. Once all of us good brothers are gone or in relationships, they ain't got nothing left but pookies and ray rays but to have babies by. Shout out to my brother being here in the building. He says, hey, Love Carson Boy, this is my passport. He said, Dad's informed me that that the mothers and their daughters yeah, you told me about that story. The dance on Kevin Samuels' grave are now following them and their sons to argue with them on the beach. That's sad. Shout out to you with the super chat. Brother was telling me that when he was a school bus driver, and what happened was when Kevin Samuels died, so many young women just were laughing and mocking Kevin Samuels, and many of the fathers found out about this, and I'm paraphrasing your story, found out about this, and they made sure that their sons had passports. And now these sons have grown older, 18, 19 years old, and these young men are traveling, enjoying themselves. And the mothers and the daughters are pissed. Shout out to you once again, brother, with the $5 super chat. You said the mothers and the daughters are now seeing that my passport, bro juniors, that's right, and their fathers are living better lives, and they can't handle it. They're the lives they handle. Well, they probably meant they can't handle it. But yeah, hey, I got exes that ain't happy for me. I got family that ain't happy for me. If y'all think everybody in your family happy for you being able to zoom to Thailand, to experience Tanzania, to come to Colombia, to frolic in Brazil, y'all crazy. There are family members about right now that's gossiping about you, spreading lies, hating on you, smacking their lips. Look at. Soon as you walk through the door from the family reunion, they got some snide remark to say. Some of y'all don't even want to go to the family Christmas party because you got some family members that just hateful. They just some hateful people. I got family members that are not happy for me or with me. I got many that are, but there are those one or twos that's like, who he think he is? Oh, he think he better than us. Oh, he get out of prison. He think he's something. Oh, he don't come to Detroit to see us. Oh, he ain't flying out. He ain't coming to Cleveland no more. He didn't forgot about the Chi. He didn't left the hood. He don't know what the hood is no more. You damn right I don't know what the hood is no more. You will never. I'm not one of them brothers that you can shame into thinking that you done forgot where you came from. You damn. Listen, I wish I had. What's that situation when you lose your memory? I forget. Like you hit your head and you forget. I forget the scientific term for it, and it's on the tip of my tongue. I wish I had amnesia. I wish I had amnesia about some of the shit that I dealt with in the streets of Detroit. You think I'm about to sit up there and be all ashamed? Oh, you done left the hood. You don't know. You forgot where you came from. I wish I could forget where I came from in many instances. In a lot of it, I love Detroit. I love Cleveland. I love Chicago. I love Indianapolis. I love Chicago. Love Midwest. All that damn corn we got. But in many parts of my experience in the hood, you damn right I wish I could forget that shit. The stuff that I remember was the stuff that got me in prison for 10 years. So anybody that try to make you shame because you forgot where you came from, you damn right I'm trying to forget. I'm trying to remember everything else but the bullshit I dealt with from 1 to 18 or 1 to 23 or 1 to 29. They're trying to shame me for not wanting to be in the hood no more. Let's go to the next one. The social shout out to you, brother. Hey, man, you need to get back down here to Cali, man. I need to get another interview from you. Or we need to set up a live stream together. Hey, do me a favor. Shoot me an email. Even though you still got my number. Shoot me an email. We need to do a live stream together. We haven't had a chance to really sit down and chop it up for a minute, man. Man, you and I have been knowing each other even before we started doing YouTube. Keep up the great work, brother. And thank you for sharing your knowledge. Yeah, man. Thank you for the $5 super chat. My man with $10 super chat, he said, if you were to put me on the stand in court of law and you asked me that the Passport Bro Juniors are being following them down to, that's a shame that they follow those young men down to Brazil and Colombia to yell at them. The females getting their passports, and some of them are going down to where the young men are enjoying themselves and following them. Shout out to you with the $10 super chat. That's sad. But that's how spiteful. We already hear the saying, hell has no fury like a woman scorned. Let's get back to the video, guys. I don't want to hold you guys up too long, because I got another video I want to show you guys too. I'm going to move this back just a little bit.
She starts telling me to stay out of their business. And I know why you are saying that, because you don't like women like myself, white Karens. You don't like white Karens because all you know is actually black and white. That's a whole different story. You don't like us speaking the truth. You don't like to see men, especially black men from America, being treated like kings. Honey, no, I am not sponsored. I'm still here based in Germany, and you better be happy and pray to the Lord about the fact that I am still here in Germany, because if I would be in America, trust me, I would be all over the podcast and none of you would like it. And that would be totally fine with me, because the truth, you can run from it as much as you want to, but you can never hide from it, okay? Baby, it's game over for some women like yourself, because women like me with real hair, we don't just take it off and throw it inside the washing machine. We are letting men in America know that they don't have to deal with that mess. Let them grab their passports and leave the country. Not none of those girls who are all over the internet with their booty pics at the gym talking about, look how strong my leg day was today. I am not all over the internet, and you can search whatever you want to, you know, showing myself in my bikini, in lingerie, or you wouldn't even find one picture of myself where you see my backside. So research the term pick me again, look on the internet and make the connection. I know it is hard for some women to connect the dots to see the bigger picture.
It's just like when I talked about how a lot of older men try to go to younger women because they don't know any better. A lot of you foreign women don't know any better. And for whatever reason, you're accepting lower standards from these subpar ass men. And now you're trying to come on the internet like, well, yeah, you know, they feel like they could be themselves. If themselves is them not making enough money or not getting enough education or literally not taking care of themselves, washing their own asses, and then they expect us to submit to them, get mama.
So this young woman, she really thinks that only older American men, probably white men, that have personality, financial stability, and the passport and the ability to leave the US to go be with a woman outside of the US. But let me tell you one thing, sweetheart, the game has changed a long time ago. Now you have beautiful American average guys leaving the US to go be with a woman who is feminine, who's cooperative, who is fit and not chubby. See, I met my husband when I was 18, he was 21. I was in my prime, so was he. And you know what? He still is today. He looks awesome, he's athletic, he's ambitious. Honestly, don't know who or what you are talking about, but you need to do your research and think outside of the box. There is more to this Passport Bro movement, just what you think. Older white men leaving to go to Thailand to just import a young woman who has no future dreams, who has nothing going on for herself. Girl, times has changed. It's 2023 now. Women are speaking up and men are sick of y'all. One main thing that men get introduced to the moment they touch down in another country, which is their worth. They get to realize that they can actually be themselves, don't have to make six figures, don't have to be all of these things that come up on a woman's checklist to deserve a traditional, submissive, respectful way.
No. Oh, no de Dieu. No. What we're not going to do is blame women for having standards. What we're not going to do is allow men to get away with being mediocre. What we're not going to do is sit here and blame women for literally making men live up to being a grown, legitimate, fully functioning adult.
Why are you rolling your eyes, boo? Are your fake lashes too heavy for your eyelids? I just bet they are. Anyways, that's a huge issue that she just mentioned. Yes, it is a fact that average American men are leaving the US to be with beautiful, fit women who are willing to listen to those guys and actually help and support them to build themselves up. What is wrong with that? See, that's the problem in America though. You have all of these average guys and you have all of these below average women who expect their man to make six figures, who expect their man to support them in everything they do. Even if they are doing some reckless things as a woman, they don't want to deal with the consequences and they want men to be okay with that. But that's not how the game goes anymore. Yes, my man is average and there's nothing wrong with that. I am average. Yes, I go to work, I pay bills too, so what? Does that make me less of a woman? Does that make me have less standards than somebody delusional like yourself? All right, listen, I care for you guys, right? And I know that this was a lot of content to digest, so I'm just going to leave it at that for today, and I'm going to continue to critique the rest of the video. Yes, there is more to it tomorrow. So stay tuned. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Please don't let me just sit here and talk about this whole issue by myself. You guys gotta let me know, am I wrong? Is she wrong? Are we both delusional? What is going on here? Well, other than that, give this video a like, share it. I love it when you share it. And I also appreciate everybody who actually takes their time and sends me a message and a link, including the video that has been critiqued. So thank you so much for being here and stay tuned for some more content.
All right. That's our first video. And we're going to just go directly into the next video. Make sure I got all the cash apps and everything. My brother says also, he said the mothers and daughters are praying for these. Thank you for the $5 cash app. Let me super chat. He said the mothers and daughters are praying for the passport bros dads in the bro juniors downfall and are arguing on the beach. That's just sad. They have nothing else to do with their lives but to follow young men around and argue with them while the young men are trying to live their best lives. This woman says that she's in Germany. Check. Got her passport, bro. Check. He pays bills. She pays bills. Check. Beautiful. And she still says, I'm average. Check. She said, I ain't on Instagram with my butt hanging all out, so my husband ain't got to worry about none of that mess. Check. I'm not sitting back and with fake hair. She said, I don't have to put my hair in a washing machine and dryer. Check. She said, what's the matter, honey? Those fake eyelashes too heavy? Check. It's just simple things that men want to have. But the one thing that she did say is this. She said, men go to other countries and you finally realize your value. Because if you don't, you're going to end up like the men in this next video that I'm going to show you. My brother says, he said, these ladies are committing a federal offense, risking in prison time by trying to stop the passport bros and sons from enjoying their lives. That's absolutely true. You can't be flying to other locations and bothering people. Shout out to you with the $5 super chat. He said, I'm very educated. He said, they don't want men like me. They didn't want us back in school. They didn't want us dudes that played chess as well as could play football. They didn't want us dudes that had good grades, and yet we could write rap lyrics. They didn't like us dudes that were street as well as we could go to the library. They didn't like us dudes. They wanted us to be 100% street, and that wasn't us. because many of us like making money even while we were young. And I'm talking about starting small businesses or doing whatever we need to do in our community to put some money in our pocket as a young person, getting our first job at 16 and 15, whatever it is. But they didn't like that. They wanted the drug dealer when we were young. They wanted the thugs when we were young. And then now we're older, they want Pookie and Ray Ray. Cool. We have nothing against you wanting Pookies and Ray Ray, because that's what y'all majority had your babies by. So that's why we say that. But to sit back and say, y'all broke and busted, bruh. We kicked out over 10K just on our trip to Europe. Broke and busted? I see some of you dudes pay for your trip flying to Thailand and fly back, including your Airbnb or hotel, including your time going to other locations, like you want to go to Cambodia or shoot to Vietnam while you're over there, including all the items that you buy, including all the fun that you have. You ain't broke if you zoom into Thailand. You are not broke if you go into Brazil. That 9-10 hour flight. You are not a broke dude doing that. Pookie from around the way that has saved up his government checks is not flying even to Colombia, not even to Panama. So to even use the term broke and passport bro in the same sentence, expat, ex-military, retirees. We're men that bust our ass and we paid the price for 20, 30 years. And now we're at the stage of life, for many of us, we're retirees. Many of us have decided we're leaving corporate America. We're going to just work corporate America online. Women don't like that they got to still get their ass up in the morning and drive through that thick ass traffic and get their ass to work. To where many of us, we learned it through Theo and other entities how to make money online. You got dudes like Los showing you guys and Joey showing you how to make crypto money investment and crypto. Hey, I keep on laughing. Bitcoin is killing it right about now. Put some money in Bitcoin. Please do. Damn them Jordans. Damn them Kobe's, man. Put y'all that money in crypto right now, man. Okay. Dude, this time last year, what was Bitcoin? 21, 22, 23. Now Bitcoin is like 43. Keep on laughing. Crypto was about to take the fuck off. Even when I was in UK, I saw so many crypto banks. I had to send one picture to the group, because I walked up crypto banks or crypto investment spots where you could go in and sit down and they will show you how to invest in crypto. Man, listen, Europe is ready. He said, best I can do is DCA. He said, I don't have 44,000 to invest in Bitcoin. You don't need that. I'm done. You don't need to get a whole coin, Charles, but I feel where you're coming from. What was that? 40? Yeah, 43 right now. Yeah. And dudes like Stefano that are investors. Absolutely. He said, I'm sick that I was able to invest in Ethereum. He said, I know that I would have tripled my loot. Yep. And it's not too late. It's still early in the game, early enough to where you can still put a chunk of money in and just let it sit. Don't mess with it. Just let it ride. But like I mentioned before, what she mentioned was this. Men are getting their passports and you're realizing your value on a global basis because you've only heard who you are as a man from the American media and American women. Now you're hearing who you are on a global basis. And if you don't take heed and take advantage of who you really are as a man, you're going to end up like the men in this next video that I'm about to show. This is my man, Bernard Riley. Shout out to him. Make sure you guys subscribe to his channel. He's going to be talking about a dating app that exists in the United States right now that's flourishing in the United States. And it's going to amaze you how much money that men in the United States are giving up regarding this particular dating app.
There's a dating app that actually pays women to talk to men on the app.
The 4 different things that bring you money in the app are 1, other people giving you a crush message and you need to reply with anything to unlock the gift money. 2, their messages to you if they have not A, bought a free message, which sucks for us, or B, you have made a relationship score with them past the number 10. 3, if you send a picture or video set with a gift to unlock it, it can disappear or not if you want. Or a video or voice calls, which I've only done 1 video call before, which I think has made me the most money in one action.
Wait, this is actually worse than I thought. I thought that men were paying a subscription and the women were getting paid off of just a percentage of the subscription fees that came from the men and maybe a little bit of ad revenue just for staying active on the site. But no, men are actually making direct payments to chicks on the app in some form of gifts or some type of in-app currency. So we got an article from Business Insider. It says, I made $10,000 a month chatting with guys on dating apps. I got some weird requests, but most men...
$10,000 a month just talking to dudes. Y'all making money. I got you. I feel you. You're getting your money. But you're so lonely and so empty. Many men are so lonely and so empty that you got to pay women to talk to you on the dating app, and they're making $10,000 a month not to date you, not to meet you, not to see you, but to literally just talk to your lonely ass. I thought OnlyFans had a crazy following. To see a woman that doesn't even have to show herself. In this video, you're going to see her avatar, and then you're going to see who she really looks like. And she tells how she makes money off of men. And it's not a hustle. Y'all let's be real. It's a lot of lonely motherfuckers in the United States that if they only had their passports, they realize how much they're appreciated outside the United States. And I'm not talking about some broke dude. I'm not talking about some busted dude. I'm not talking about some dude that's got an addiction or something. I'm just talking about a genuine dude that is got money, but he is so lonely or so socially awkward in the United States that he's got to pay women to talk to him. I've said this before, and I'll say this again. According to Genesis chapter 11, the last 5 verses where God told Abraham's father to go to his promised land. Abraham's father went to his father's promised land. Abraham was not made for his father's promised land. So Genesis chapter 12, the first 5 verses is where God came to Abraham. I want to send you to your promised land. What's my point in saying that? Some of you guys don't realize you were born in the States. You were not born for the States. The United States is your Martin Luther King Sr. You're Martin Luther King Jr. Some of you dudes are so frustrated in the States, and you should be. I'll say this again. You should be frustrated with dating, frustrated with how you're treated as males, frustrated with somehow the laws are set up if you get a divorce, frustrated with child support, frustrated with if you speak to a coworker, you can be accused of something. You should be frustrated. You were born in the States. Some of your personality quirks and some of the things that they consider odd about you and some of the things that you like I like museums. I have never had a date with a female in the States I could just say, let's go to a museum, especially on the first date. I love museums. I love history. First thing I asked Andrea when I walked up to her was, could you show me where the museum, are there any museums, nice museums in this country or in this city in Cali? The next day, first date, Andrea took me to a museum. My character was not built for just dating in the United States. It was built for dating on a global basis. And some of you dudes are so frustrated with dating United States, and you should be, because you are built for something greater than just ABW in the United States, modern women in the United States, the laws that are set up in the United States, child support laws in the United States, marriage laws, divorce laws in the United States, women that are accusations in the United States. Y'all think Puffy going through what he going through? He deserve it. But there are men that's regular everyday dudes that have been fired from their jobs and they didn't deserve it. We know Puffy deserved what he getting, but there are average everyday dudes that many of us know saw walking out the office with his box in his hand because of some bullshit some female said to HR. You are greater than dating in the United States. And that's why you're so frustrated with the United States, because you're scratching the back of your head like, what am I doing wrong? What I'm flowers, cards, and candy, check. I'm respectful, check. If anything happens to her, I can protect her, check. If she needs a tire change, or if she needs a few dollars, I got her, check. I'm a good dude. Then why the fuck the dating game so tight for you in the United States? Because you are made in the United States. Yes, you are American made, but you and your dating habits and your relationship skills and how you are as a man, you are made for outside of the United States. Some dudes are made to just be in the United States for high school football, in other words. Some of you dudes, your dating skills is made for the pros. And you so frustrated why the fuck your skills are just not working among high school players. You are no longer in high school when it comes to life. The last thing some of you dudes should be doing is dating only in the United States. And some of you dudes are frustrated to the point, like Bernard Riley was showing, there are apps. Women are making money upon money off of you dudes, off of OnlyFans, and you dudes off of these conversation apps. Because these women know that you don't know that you are valuable outside the United States. And as long as you don't know it, somebody gonna make some money off you. As long as you sitting in the house by yourself on Christmas, New Year's Eve, somebody gonna make some money off you. As long as you feel like you're doing Thanksgiving by yourself, somebody about to make some money off you. But as soon as you use your passport, notice you don't give a fuck about what's going on New Year's Eve in the States, because you having a ball in Medellin. You don't give a damn about a Thanksgiving or Black Friday if you're in Dominican Republic. All them damn holidays in the States, I can't tell you what holiday fall on what holiday no more. 4th of July, when? I ain't thought about 4th of July in about 4 or 5 years. Because you belong to the world. You don't belong to the fucking United States. You were born there. But as long as you dudes keep on trying to be who you are, only in the United States, they're going to always mock you. They're going to always call you awkward, and you socially awkward, and you just can't get no woman. No, most of us, if you want to be for real, this is me. I'm just saying for me. The dating scene in the United States frustrated me because all I could get was pussy. I'm going to say this again. What frustrated me about dating in the United States was all I could get was pussy. I was frustrated because I couldn't find the good ones. I couldn't find the feminine ones. I couldn't find the ones that were down to earth. But if I could find anything, I could find a bitch to fuck. And I'm talking about 6-figure, 5-figure, 8-figure chicks. I'm fucking them in the ass just like a broke bitch. They telling us you couldn't get us. That's what, no, baby. It's the opposite. We're frustrated at the fact all we could get was sex. Not that we couldn't get sex, the fact that we could get sex and all the other stuff that we wanted outside the bedroom was never there. A hot plate, a glass of water, cooperation and understanding. That's what we was frustrated with dating. That's what made dudes get their passports. It had nothing to do with we couldn't fuck you. If we could do anything in the United States, we could smash. Women in the United States so easy to smash. It's such a hookup culture. Dude, if you can't fuck the United States, you just get tired of the fact that that's all you can get from women in the United States is a good fuck. And now you looking like, damn, I done waste 3 weeks trying to get to know this chick. I smashed her 3 times. Now I'm thinking to myself, like, do I even want to come over again tomorrow? Do I even want her to come over again tomorrow? She's sexy, yeah. She fine, yeah. You know how many times I've had dudes tell me, Dre, you let her go? Bruh, you can have her. If you want her, you can have her. You know how many females that you get how many times I've been frustrated after post-nut clarity and I realized that this chick who had the degrees and had the baby Benz and had the nice Atlanta house ain't had shit else to offer me. All she had was coochie and bragging. She could brag about what she had and she could bring me some coochie. Other than that, nothing else. Nothing else. And a lot of you dudes are just like me. You get to the point you like, okay, cool. I like sex, but goddamn, what else can you bring to the table other than your pussy? And then you get a passport, they want to get mad. You just mad because you couldn't get no sex. No, baby, I'm mad because that's all I got was sex. Shout out to my man Jonathan in the building. Mr. Anderson says with $2 super chat. Dre, how many do you average? My bad. He say, Dre, how much does the average man need or men need to move? It depends on what country you're moving to. For example, if you're moving to Panama, it may be a little bit more expensive in certain areas. Good question. If you're moving to Costa Rica, I hear Costa Rica the housing is inexpensive, but the everyday items that you'll buy is a little bit more expensive. It depends on if you want to live in Medellin, Colombia, which is 40% more than Cali, Colombia. But Medellin is 40% less than Bogota, Colombia. So it depends on what you're looking for. But if it were me coming to Colombia, I'm just saying Colombia in general, because this country I know. Coming to Colombia in general, your first 2 years of income, because as a man of knowledge and insight, let's say you're not a retired dude, you're working online, you're making your money, corporate America. If you could just pull at least $2,000 to $3,000 a month. Now you might be making way more than that, but let's say the least of the least. For $2,000 to $3,000 a month, you could basically live in 65% of the world. I kid you not. Most cities in Africa you can live in. Most of South America you can live in. For $2,000 to $3,000 a month, Southeast Asia you can live in. Bali you can live in. There's a lot of this planet that you can live in for less than $3,000. Dude, how do I know? I do the research for it for our other channel, because our other channel is dedicated to retirees and people on Social Security. And so I just did a video on countries you can live in for under $2,000. For those that just got their Social Security, that's all they got. They don't have anything else. And so I have a list of countries for those seniors that they can live in for less than $2,000 a month. You ain't even a senior. You still partly working, or some of you have your pension. So if you already at the point of the threshold, the lowest part of $3,000 a month, and you got 4 or 5 or 10 or $15,000 a month, I'd have been gone. I'd have been gone. All that hanging around waiting for the United States to get better, y'all go ahead and do that shit. Okay. Some of us in our 50s, how fast did you get to 50? That shit was fast, wasn't it? Life is long, but it's fast. Last time you remember, you were still in high school. You were still in college. Some of you dudes remember you was like just in your 5th year of the military 3 weeks ago. Now you're 52 years old. Some of you dudes remember, still can have memories of being in the 11th grade. Now you're 31. Life is long, but it's fast than a motherfucker. Dude, in 4 years, I'll be 60 years old. I don't act like it. I don't move like it. I don't behave like it. I take care of myself. But the truth of the matter is, I'll be 60 years old in 4 fucking years. Why am I saying this to you guys? Why you keep wasting days in the United States like it's going to get better? It's not. After the pandemic, it's not. For those that are investing and business minded, oh yeah, this is a great time. But for the average everyday, just take your ass to work and go home person, no, it's not going to get better. If you think the prices going back down the way they were pre-pandemic, it's not. Gases are going to go down to 2 something. It's not. No, it's not. So now it's up to you. But yeah, if I was making $3,000 a month, I'd get the fuck out the United States. Why? $3,000 is a good foundation that you can build on. How do I know? I did it. I was made sure that I was bringing in at least $3,000 a month, and I built on it. And now, in less than 7 years, well, actually, in less than 4 years at that time period, I cracked $100K a year. Building off of, instead of waiting in the States to get $100K a year, I said, fuck that. I'm out. I got $3,000. I'm out. And built on top of that to $100K. And if it took me 10 years, I'd have rather built $100K in 10 years outside the United States than spending 10 years building $100K in expensive ass United States with no tax breaks. I get tax breaks being outside the United States with $100K. I don't get no tax breaks being in the United States with $100K. Except for investments breaks and shit like that, but tax breaks, but other than that, no. So what's my point? United States always tries to fool you into thinking you need to have everything. Then you go after what you really want as a dream. No, that's bullshit. I'm here to tell you, and I know plenty of brothers that I know that have come out of the United States with like $2,500 or $3,000 or $5,000 or $7,000 a month and ain't looked back. I was gonna wait till $7,000. Fuck that. I got $3 a month. That takes care. My bills were only $1,700. If I got $3,000 a month and I'm bringing in all my bills, all my groceries, everything was only $1,700 a month. All my this apartment is only $420 a month, including utilities, 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, security, in the goddamn suburbs, in the nicer area of Cali, Colombia. For $420 a month, including cable, including utilities, including washer and dryer unit. 12-foot vaulted ceilings. Why should I wait in the United States with my $3,000 a month when I could be here in Colombia or any country building on that $3,000 a month, and I ain't got to deal with the day-to-day headaches of the United States? I wish the fuck I would have stayed in the United States. And everybody else in the States would have tried to convince me, you only make it $3,000. How you gonna make it in the rest of the world? Watch me. And it wasn't just me, it was other brothers, Ace Live and other brothers. You sit back and you look at so much money that these brothers got right now. And when they first started, when I first started, $3,000 a month. So yeah, if it were me, that's what would be my starting level. That's the lowest that I go is 3,000, because you have emergency money. And most of you dudes say, I need more than 3,000 because you want to party and trick up on bitches. I ain't talking about your trick bitch money. I'm talking about your money of moving outside the United States and getting the fuck away from that stress money, that fuck them money. You know that book that came out a couple years ago, that FU money? Be able to tell your boss F you. I'm beyond that. I'm F them. Where you can tell a whole country F them. Not just your boss or a company F you. A whole country, to tell a whole country F you. I'm out. Deuces. I love you, but F you. Fuck them. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I'm living proof of a dude came straight out of doing 10 years of prison, lived in Tampa 14 years, ain't go back, built on top of that, spent the whole 14 years. Actually, I was out longer than that, of course, longer than 14 years, because I got out in 99. I became a college recruiter, academic recruiter. I lived across the country. My federal number has never held me up from promotions, jobs, or nothing. So anybody that sit back and say, well, I got a prison number, that's why, no. You believe that your prison number is holding you back. Mine has never held me back. And I never lied on the application. Everybody knew that I was in prison, that I went to prison for 10 years. And when I was ready to leave the United States, all I had was $3,000 a month in my online job, in my goals. And in less than 4 years, $100K a year ever since then. But if you listen to the United States, they will tell your ass to wait till you get to 7,000 a month. Then you get, no, wait till you get to 10,000 a month. No, wait until you make it $20,000 a month, then move up. Go keep on listening to them. Your ass, like I mentioned earlier, with our age, you getting older. And like I said, I would rather have made, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart, my life would not be the same if I had made 100,000 in the United States compared to making 100,000 a year outside the United States. Because now I'm outside the United States and I get to learn all these amazing lessons of life and meet all you amazing brothers. I would have never met you dudes if I listened to what the fuck the United States was telling me. I would have never met Ace. I would have never met Flyboy Way. I'd have never met none of you dudes that come down here. I would have never met Andrea. None of that. My life would have been still in a fucking cubicle in the United States, hoping that someday, if I come up with the right business and I'll come up with the right plan, if I buy enough real estate, that I be able to make it to that 100,000 a year. And we know that most people in the United States can't even sniff or imagine 100,000 a year. So I was like, fuck it. I've been gone for 10 years and not listening to what the United States had to say anyway. Shit, I might as well treat it like I was when I was in prison, not listening to the United States. So I left. I kid y'all not. I wish I could tell y'all some fabulous story where I went to the military and I did my 20 years and I retired. I ain't got that story. I wish I could tell y'all that story where I invested in Bitcoin week 1 and 5 years later, I hit jackpot. I don't have that story. I got the average everyday brother story of a brother that said, fuck, listen to what everybody else said. I'm going to do it the way God put it in my mind to do it, put together a game plan, go after it, make sure I have a foundation of the 3,000 and see what I can do with it. And the last thing that I did, I mean this from the bottom of my heart, I asked myself before I left the United States, what is the worst thing that could happen to you, Andre? I knew I had the 3,000, but let's say you lost your online job, you lost your 3,000 a month. What is the worst fucking thing that can happen to you? I go back to the States, blow off my resume, make some more money, and get the fuck back out. If that is the worst that could happen to you, is that you got to go back to the States to make more money, regroup your blueprint, and still get the fuck back out like in a year or two, I'll take that. If that's the worst that could happen other than health. Other than health. If the worst thing that could happen, and that was the worst thing that could happen to me, that if this didn't work, I just go back to the States, live part-time in the States, live part-time still in Colombia, blow off my resume because I had a hella resume, get another job, make money, invest, stack that up, and get the fuck back out. I do that if that's the worst that could happen. And since I put it in my mind what was the worst, I was at ease. So I had my 3,000, I had my blueprint, and I knew what the worst that could happen could be. So I was good, and I got the fuck out while the rest of y'all still sitting in cubicles. Some of you dudes make so much money in the military, you should have been retired. Still sit your ass around for another. Some of y'all making $5,000 a month right now in the military. You could have been retired. They've been told you get your ass up out of here. But you want to stay around for a couple years because they're going to give you another $1,500 a month. But they ain't going to give you no new time. Life is going by. And while you sit in the military another 2 years, just for another $1,500 a month, dudes like me leaving, gone. Well, you still got your happy ass still up in the military, or your job that told you, listen, we're about to give you a nice severance package, and you've been here for a while. We're gonna or your pension. You should have been had your ass gone. You sitting around for well, I need to make a. No, you don't. I'm living proof that you need to make is something that they sold us. The carrot that they keep putting in front of you dudes. They didn't put that carrot in front of us for so many years. Since the turn of the goddamn century, they put that damn carrot in front of us when we left the farms and went to the Industrial Revolution and the major conglomerates put that carrot in front of employees, letting employees think that they can do something, be something in life. You can be like us. You gonna sit your ass around till you 62, 63 years old chasing that damn carrot. I just read an article. Here we go. Even if you get to 100,000 a year in the United States, you still might fuck it up. I just read the article. 50% of people that make $100,000 a year are living paycheck to paycheck in the States. So you can bust your ass to get to 100,000 and still you can fuck it up without financial literacy. 50%, you can look that shit up. They got headlines. I just watched the news headlines and the articles today. I read it today. I already told y'all the article I read about a month ago. 1/3 of all people that make $250,000 a year are living paycheck to paycheck. 1/3, 33% of all you, I make $250 a year, motherfuckers. You broke as hell living paycheck to paycheck. So when you bragging and shit, I would rather be a dude that's got my foundation of $3,000 a month, and I got a hella cost of living in a great country, while your ass making $250,000 a year and you living paycheck to paycheck. Get the fuck out my face. And who life is better? You got them $700 a month Mercedes-Benz payments. You paying, that doesn't even include the insurance. And you got to use a premium gas. and you think your life better than mine because you got that ragged ass expensive ass Mercedes. And when I went to Europe, that motherfucker ain't nothing but a taxi. And they got Mercedes Benzes in Europe that's so goddamn bad, and the taxis look so amazing, Audis, BMWs that you ain't never seen in this country that'll make your goddamn BMW that you paid $80,000 for look like a piece of shit. And you want to laugh at me for taking my $3,000 and flipping it per month? And you make it $250 and $130, you motherfuckers broke right now while we're speaking, waiting on your next paycheck? Okay. You must think I'm Tom Tucker, that dumb motherfucker. I keep trying to tell y'all, half of that the American dream is not in America anymore. Oh, the American dream does exist. It just ain't in America. Get your ass out of America and you can live your American dream. You want that house? Get out of America. You want good health? Get out of America. Healthy foods? Get the fuck out of America. Good women? Get out of America. Great kids that ain't got to worry about no LGBTQ teaching your kids in the classroom? Get out of America. Building businesses? Get the fuck out of America. Oh, the American dream, it exists. It exists. I'm an example of that motherfucker. Coming out of prison broke 10 years and advancing. Living the American dream. I just don't live it in America. That was a good question, bro. I know I rambled. Guys. Forgive me. No, I rambled. Shout out to my brother. He said, I can't stand being with a woman who's no fun unless we're horizontal. Yeah. Most men have not experienced femininity, and once they do, they're not going back. That's true. And thank you again for the $5 super chat. Y'all heard the story. I don't know if y'all got a chance to see Taylor Made Dreams last video Monday. If you don't, go back. Watch the first 15 minutes at least. Taylor Made Dreams tells a story of a brother who wanted to come to Thailand. So he got his flight to Thailand. I'm paraphrasing real quick. Got his flight to Thailand. The dude been married 38 years, like 38 years. Put his kids through college, investments, houses, did everything. He did all the right things that a man should do. Finally, took his first trip to Thailand, asked Taylor Made Dreams to show him around, showed him around. The guy had a great time, went back to the States, was miserable. He had just retired. Wife doesn't retire for 3 years. He had just spent a month in Thailand. Told his wife, babe, I know you retire in 3 years. Do you mind if I go back to Thailand for 4 months? This Taylor Made Dreams telling this story. This just recently happened. And Russ, Taylor Made Dreams. And he says that the guy said, his wife told him, if you go back to Thailand, things won't be the same when you come back. And she said, matter of fact, if you go back to Thailand, don't come back. This dude brought his ticket. I've raised my kids. I gave you 38 years worth of being a husband. But what I experienced in Thailand, yeah, y'all good. I'm out. Why? The man realized he only had so many years left in his life. He spent all of his life making sure everybody else was all right. He said the first time I experienced somebody just in a short time period that month, people looking out for me. And a lot of us are like that. So all you dudes that's in the States balling, you $250,000 dudes, if I line 3 of you motherfuckers up, at least one of y'all living paycheck to paycheck. Let's go back to the video. I hope I read the rest of the super chat. Yep. Let's go back to the video. And shout out to you guys for your comments and your questions. For good, like Umar, for good. I know, right? He ain't coming back for good. That dude was like, I ain't going back. And Taylor Made Russ was like, are you sure? And the guy was like, I'm sure. I'm zooming to Thailand. I'm good. And you know what? I told you I've been kind of like using this joke for the last couple of years, but I mean this from the bottom of my heart. You dudes with passports are the worst fucking husbands for or boyfriend or man for a woman in the United States. You are the worst. I would be the worst. Man, as soon as she says something crazy, your imagination, like, I didn't go through this in DR. As soon as she act like she didn't want to get you a plate. Man, when I was in Colombia, women that don't even love me made sure I had a plate. And you say you love me? Man, y'all the worst. Y'all do. I don't know if y'all think y'all make good spouses and boyfriend and mates when you get back to the States. No, you don't. You are the worst thing that could ever happen to a woman in the United States outside of Pookie. Passport bros and Pookies on the same level. Pookie's gonna ruin their life. Passport bros gonna lead their life. Let them do one thing that's out of pocket that you saw women in other countries. As soon as she put that bonnet on her head, talking about going to the store with you, you like, what? Oh, nah, when I was in Brazil, they didn't wear bonnets to the store. I'm out. I'm grabbing my passport. I'm out. I know that's how I would be. Man, please, it ain't nothing, no argument, no. As soon as a female in the States act like she don't want to cook, I'm out. Act like she don't want to communicate. I was sitting up there last night, guys, and I know I'm kind of rambling. I was sitting up there last night. Me and Andre were just having a conversation. As you guys know, one of my number one rules for the success of a marriage, one of my number one, not the number one, but one of my top rules is no television in the bedroom. You want to watch your sports out there. You may watch little stuff on your cell phones here and there, but no television in the bedroom. And it amazes you the level of communication that me and Andrea have because we do not have a television in that bedroom. To where we have to talk, we have to discuss things, and we find ourselves just creating the narratives of, did you think about this, or I forgot to remind you of that, or how you feel about this, because there's no television in the bedroom to entertain us. So now we have to communicate with each other the narrative of what's going on in our lives that we don't even think about. As soon as I don't get that in the States, I'm out. Andrea is the only woman in years that asked me, how do you feel? You know, what do you are you doing good today? And I'm not talking about physically, like she's thinking about my emotional, mental well-being. She like, I need the leader of our family to be mentally good. So I need to ask him, are you mentally good? Is there anything I can do for you? Is there anything you want to say? Are you good? In the States, ain't no woman gonna ask you, are you good? You know how many times I done walked in that room and that woman was praying for me, on knees, in tears, praying for this family? You ain't gonna find too many prayer warriors no more, man. It used to be prayer warriors that women that pray for their men everywhere. Not no more. They pray on you now, but they don't pray for you. Passport bros, y'all make horrible mates in the States because you know you got that passport in your back pocket, and you know as soon as she do something crazy, you out. Because I know that's how I would be. Let's get back to this video with my crazy self. Now remember, this video is about guys that are paying women just for conversation. Conversation only, nothing else. Let me slide it back. Let me slide it back to the beginning. We're going to let it roll.
Dating app that actually pays women to talk to men on the app.
The 4 different things that bring you money in the app are 1. Other people giving you a crush message and you need to reply with anything to unlock the gift money. 2. Their messages to you if they have not A. bought a free message, which sucks for us, or B. you have made a relationship score with them past the number 10. 3. If you send a picture or video set with a gift to unlock it, it can disappear or not if you want. Or a video or voice calls, which I've only done 1 video call before, which I think has made me the most money in one action.
Wait, this is actually worse than I thought. I thought that men were paying a subscription and the women were getting paid off of just a percentage of the subscription fees that came from the men and maybe a little bit of ad revenue just for staying active on the site. But no, men are actually making direct payments to chicks on the app in some form of gifts or some type of in-app currency. So we got an article from Business Insider. It says, I made $10,000 a month chatting with guys on dating apps. I got some weird requests, but most men just want to feel like someone cares. And this is a chick. She's like the OG of this thing. And this chick made a YouTube channel to post tutorials on how to use the app. Let's check it out.
What it says. So this is
the
going to be at the
hell?
bottom of the screen. There's
And
like
she's
4
a catfish. Who could have predicted that one? Who on earth could have predicted that she would be a catfish? I didn't see that plot twist.
Moving on to ranking. Up here, you can see all of the guys who've spent the most money today, and that goes all the way
Today.
They put a gold, silver, and bronze simp crown on the guys who spend the most money on the app. Wow. Those are the ones, and then the chicks that I'm sure those are the ones that they send the most messages to.
This guy you can see is ignoring me, so the next message I'll probably send him like a cheap photo for him to open, try and get his attention. If they are ignoring me for a while, I'll call them out and say something like, oh, okay, you're just gonna ignore me then? And usually I get a response from them.
They getting pushy. They act in the way that they say that that incels act on dating apps. They get all pushy. Why aren't you responding to my message? I can see that you're on the app. Why aren't you responding?
Look at these brothers.
Then you have these guys here, and
Look at these brothers. So if y'all thinking that's just white boys just doing it, nope. Brothers are on there just as much as other races. Sipping knows no race.
you can sort them by popular, nearby, and new. I usually would just go through all 3 tabs and kind of message people. You can filter.
That feature where she said popular, nearby, or new, see, you could be tempted to think that this is only just used almost like a OnlyFans type of app, but no, like it's a feature on there where they're doing it with people close by. Like it's a local thing. Like people are actually meeting up from this app. They don't have to. A lot of chicks just use it to get the money. But the fact of the matter is, it is structured and advertised and marketed exactly like a dating app. And guys are on there spending money to talk to and interact with chicks. And if it's set up locally, yes, they're trying to meet up with these chicks. But you know, the chicks got zero intention of actually meeting up with these dudes.
This, the permanently banned user, is about this girl who, I don't know what she was doing. She was making tons of money on the app, but she got banned for apparently bullying. So just make sure you don't bully people and be nice, or you'll get banned and you won't be able to make money with us.
They're on there bullying the guys. They're being everything that they say that the men are. The guy who get rejected, who starts saying, you know, derogatory comments towards women on like Tinder and Bumble and all that, when the woman ain't trying to meet him, ain't trying to give up the box, they get like that with the guy. If he's not trying to spend no money on the app, he need to get his broke ass off the app. Like that's kind of what they own. I know that's how that conversation went.
Because a good part of this is making them believe you like them. And I don't care how bad that sounds, these are men that we're dealing with. And in my experience, 100% of men are terrible people and have done terrible things to women. So this is payback.
Whoa. Listen to how she talks about men. Now keep this in mind. This is the same chick who made this statement in the article on Business Insider, where she said, with the catfish picture and all, but most men just want to feel like someone cares. So on one hand, you know that they are lonely, affection-starved human beings who just want to feel like someone cares. And then on the other hand, you're saying that they are all horrible. No, the men that you're taking advantage of were not at the scene of any of those crimes that you speak of when you say that all men have done horrible things to women. Now let's see who else on his app.
It's your girl Premiana, and
Oh, no.
welcome back to my
We gonna pause this. We pause it. I want this to sink in. I want this to sink in. All you dudes in the United States, I want this to sink in. We pausing. Yes, we are. Look at this. She's your queen to be. Yeah, we pause. You think I was gonna let that ride? Your Walmart bonnet having, hair helmet, cum lashes. Oh yeah, tattoo on the chest, no lotion, nowhere near that vicinity. Oh no, this is what y'all like. One of you dudes gonna be smashing this Friday night. Don't act like it Friday night. Just got slayed. Yeah, yeah. Don't act. Let it sink in. This is your American woman, a reals woman. Such a lady. That's y'all women. They are on the app having conversations with the one girl that they had earlier, the catfish chick. And now you got this other chick that's making money off y'all. Did y'all think I was just gonna let this slide by? Oh no, I'm gonna let this sink in. And you want to laugh at me? You want to mock me for taking $3,000 and leave the United States? Instead of staying there with you guys struggling, dealing with this. Thanksgiving turkey. Got the bonnet on it. You know how they had a little bonnets on the Thanksgiving turkey's feet? She got it looked like the same bonnet that they put on the Thanksgiving turkey feet. Yeah, one of y'all gonna be smashing that. I got partners that love them big girls, not even thick, big girls. Some of y'all be coming down here to Colombia looking for big girls. I love me some big girls. Ooh, right there. Built like she can block for Barry Sanders. Go ahead. Yeah, I'm gonna let that sink in. Oh no, y'all ain't gonna get away with this one. Oh yeah. If y'all ever wonder if I'm talking about American women, yes, because this is what y'all looking like right here, right here, right now. This your woman. This is your women. I can show you women in Colombia. They ain't looking like that. And if you got some, you gotta look for them. I bet you that ain't the average Brazilian woman. I bet you the average woman in Thailand ain't looking like that. Even in Europe, the average European woman ain't looking like that. Oh, that's y'all American womans. American womans. Yeah. Damn shame. And she making money.
channel per.
Oh no. I hope guys are not sending her money on that app. If they are, I hope that she is catfishing. I've never rooted for a catfish this hard.
So I've been on the Meet app for like a month, and I just reached $500 last night.
Oh no.
And I'll put the screenshot either on this side or on this side.
Oh no.
I just reached $500, and that's my total income being on the app. So I've been on there a month and I've made $500. Now,
oh no, I've never prayed harder for a catfish. I hope that she's catfishing. I hope that men aren't seeing this and sending it money on that app.
like, lie about everything, bitch. They're gonna be asking you questions like, do you like animals? Do you like pets? Yeah. If they ask you that, say yes. If they ask you, they're gonna ask you on your profile, when you make your profile, what type of food you like, to describe your body type, like.
Yeah, we know what type of food you like, all of it. Body type, everywhere. In my research, it's some women who basically calculate that they make something like $7 an hour on there. Everybody not banking like the original OG Catfish chick, but chicks are actually legitimately making money on there. They've more or less merged the idea of the dating app with the local setting where they could meet. They actually can meet people up on there, but they've merged it, put like a OnlyFans spin on it. I do think this app is more or less the gateway drug to OnlyFans because it's kind of a lot of the same concepts in there, but it was advertised and 100% marketed as a dating app. And a lot of people went on there using it that way and started paying the coins and tokens and all of that stuff to actually talk to these women who are just on there on a full-blown catfishing get the bag hustle. But if you like this video, you would like this video, tap the box. Thanks for watching.
Y'all need your ass kicked. Spending that money like that, American men. Spending money on catfishes. Spending money on catfish conversation. Are you that lonely? If you think you're lonely now, brothers, it wasn't just no white boys up on that screen. It was a lot of brothers that was, they socially awkward. They this, that, and this. I know some brothers that might be socially awkward. And they got a few dollars. But don't forget, those the same brothers that be coming over here to Colombia paying for those dating agencies. Those the same dudes that be coming over to Colombia and paying the one white boy that was in Medellin, now he's in Brazil, paying him to do their social media to talk to ladies in Colombia. Y'all some lonely motherfuckers in a lonely ass country. And y'all still will laugh at dudes like me for getting my passport and getting the fuck out that mess. And I'm not a lonely type dude. You want to laugh at me? You should have laughed at me for going to prison for 10 years. You should have laughed then. You should have laughed at me when I was doing stupid shit. You should have laughed then. Now y'all want to laugh at dudes for doing wise shit, United States. People in the United States, why the fuck y'all want to laugh at us when we want to use wisdom and have a proper rate of return for our investments? Now y'all want to laugh at us. But when we was on fuckery as young men, y'all supported that bullshit. Y'all made movies about us, New Jack City, all those hustler movies. Y'all didn't tell us that we was dumb and ignorant then. Y'all didn't tell us that women shouldn't be around us then. But now, y'all want to mock us for getting passports and getting the fuck on because y'all need us to stay around and pay for conversation like the rest of them clowns in the States. Y'all want us to stay around and pay for OnlyFans. If you a dude in this chat and you got an OnlyFans account, you a goddamn fool. It ain't a bitch that I ever known that I would want to see on a screen naked and pay for it. I wouldn't pay for Scoring Hub. Least long pay for OnlyFans. I ain't lonely fan enough to be on OnlyFans. If you got an OnlyFans account, even if you would just let me see what's on here, get your ass off of that mess, man. Delete that shit. Use that money to travel. I can't even tell you what the OnlyFans website looked like. I ain't never been to it, ever. If you still, I got one for you. If you still spending your money, if you a passport brother and you got a passport and you still spending your money in the strip clubs in the States, what the fuck are you doing? In the States? You got better quality, better service, better everything outside the United States if you're a strip club type of dude. I ain't one. But if you are one, there is no fucking way I'm going to a strip club. Fuck Atlanta strip clubs. Ain't no way. Fuck Miami strip clubs. Ain't nobody paying that bullshit to get into the strip club, and then you got to make it rain competition with another grown ass man. And if you want to smash her, you got to pay all this extra just to smash this chick because you the stripper of the week. Are you crazy? Some of you dudes pay for strippers in Atlanta, which y'all pay one night to see a stripper just dance. You ain't fucked her just to see her dance. That could have been used for one weekend of pleasure in DR. But you rather sit up there and swipe your card in Atlanta and think you doing something, proving something. You ain't proving nothing but you a dumbass. And that's why you $250,000 ass is sitting up there living paycheck to paycheck, because you in the strip clubs in Miami. I wish the fuck I would waste. Dude, I wouldn't buy a fucking bag of Funyuns in the States. When I'm sitting up there telling y'all I wouldn't waste my extra money, all my pleasure money was set to the side. So when I left the States, all of it, I was not wasting a dime in the States. I'm not buying a cigar in the States. When I was smoking cigars, man, fuck that. I'm buying my cigars out of overseas where I can really kick back and enjoy my cigar. I'm buying no fucking cigars in the States. Fuck the States spending my money like that. Stack your money and enjoy in countries you got a cigar and you got women around you that appreciate you. And while you enjoying your cigar, she making you a sangria and she bringing you a plate of food. And you sitting up there in the United States trying to sit up there and I got a cigar. Fuck dudes in the United States with a cigar. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Enjoy the little fantasy that you have, like the Matrix. It tastes like a steak. It must be a steak. Go ahead, enjoy your stateside cigars. Fuck y'all. I mean that for the bottom of my heart, man. Stateside dudes, I don't care if you're the richest motherfucking stateside dude there is. I don't give a fuck about you, because I don't study you. When these cameras go off, I live a life that's so amazing. So amazing that there is no way in hell I would sit up there and trade it with going back to the States. And I mean that for the other than making money. I would go back to the States for 2 months just to make money, if worse came to worse. Other than that, no, I couldn't see myself back there. No, and like I said, I love the United States, but no. Charles said I made that mistake a few years ago in a strip club. Lesson learned for sure. I haven't set foot in a U.S. strip club over 5 years. Hell yeah, I'm with you, Charles. If you like strip clubs, ain't nothing wrong with it. The only times I've only been in a strip club 3 times in my life. Only one time was in the States. Ain't no way. I wish the fuck I would. That's right. Get your Cubanas and Cartagena. That's right, brother. Enjoy them. But to sit up there and be wasting my fucking money in the States, man, please. I got a nice cigar. I'm in the States. And I'm still around you motherfucking lonely ass females and shit with that modernism. And I'm sitting up there, I'm enjoying my cigar, and I'm still sitting here in the country. And instead of sitting back and enjoying my brandy or my bourbon in my cigar, and I got bad bitches around me, I ain't got nothing but fat bitches and bitches that if they are sexy, they got an attitude. Man, please. Man, y'all gonna learn, boy. Y'all gonna learn. And some of y'all gonna learn when you old as fuck. And you gonna wish that you had taken your 50s and got the fuck out. You gonna wish you had taken your 40s and gotten the fuck out. You gonna wish you had taken your 30s and got the fuck out. Some of you dudes that's 30 right now, you gonna regret. Dude, I wish I fucking would when I got out the feds at 33 years old. I had known about passports and I had dreams of traveling. I wish I'd have took that $20,000 that I got from my grandfather who passed on 3 years before this is what happened. Before I left, I got out the feds. I didn't know this. I had a check waiting for me for $20,000. My grandfather in Tennessee had left $20,000 to me in his life insurance policy. So when I got out, I got me a vehicle. So if I had known about passports, the United States soil wouldn't have never felt my feet except for going to an airport and getting the fuck out. I'd have got my passport and I'd have been gone straight out the feds. 20,000 in pocket, don't know where I'm headed to, but I ain't in that motherfucker no more. Believe that one. That one you could take to the bank, old school. You could take that to the bank. In my 30s with a passport and 20,000. And I was already wise. So I wasn't one of those dudes that was getting out like, yeah, I want to throw a party. I go with all the bitches. I wasn't on that when I got out. I was already really a wise dude anyway. So I knew I wouldn't have fucked up that 20,000. I would have flipped that 20,000 legally. But it took me to my 50s to really understand the value of my passport. Some of you dudes in your 30s and 40s that's hearing me talk right now, don't fuck up your 30s and 40s in the States. Unless you got family that you need to take care of, loved ones, friends that you got in colleagues you got commitments to, finances, your business or whatever you're doing, take care of your business. But don't let fears hold you back, bro. Because I'm here to tell you, everything that makes U.S. citizens scared, I did the opposite. And I got opposite results. And guess what? While I'm sitting up here living in Colombia and traveling all over the goddamn world, guess what? People in the United States still scared, aren't they? They were scared when I left, scared of every damn thing when I left. They still scared of every damn thing. If you don't vote for this politician, they'll take away your rights to this. If you vote for her, she'll take away your right of that. If you don't get this report done by tomorrow morning, you can kiss your job goodbye. I don't think I love you anymore. I'm going to take the kids in the house. You got to stay in constant fucking fear in the United States. You can have the most supportive wife in the world, but as soon as she decide in 10 years or 12 years to leave your ass, she taking half of everything. The laws will always be on her side, and you always got to worry about that happily married ass in the States. Always got to worry about that. There's always something to fear or worry about, not just the thug dudes in the hood. There's so many laws that are against even good men. So many laws. I'm just putting it out there. I don't want to hold y'all up too much tonight because I know a lot of guys got to go to work in the morning. Let me hit these super chats and then check and see if anybody's got anything on the cash app. But in all sincerity, guys, I'm on your team. If you ain't got nobody that believes in your dream of living outside the United States, nobody understand what you trying to do. If don't nobody give a fuck if they looking at you crazy, your brother Andre, I don't look at you crazy at all. If you come to this motherfucker and all you got is a pair of Jordans on, but I already know what you're trying to do in the next 5 years, you better, or a pair of goddamn Converse, or one pair of wingtips. I don't care how you need to get the fuck out of there, bro. If that's if it's put on your heart to do, and you ain't got no responsibilities in the States, and your money right, and you've hit that 3,000, at least a limit of 3,000, get the fuck out the States. Stop being scared. A lot of you guys, it ain't got nothing to do with the money. Let's be real. It ain't got nothing to do with the fact that some of y'all, most of y'all ain't got kids. Let's be real. I've done over 200 consultations over the last year and a half. You know how many dudes have had kids? 7. 7 of y'all out of 200 dudes that I've spoken to personally that want to move outside the United States, Only 7 of y'all got kids. So it ain't all of us. It ain't a bunch of black men running around with kids. A lot of you dudes, y'all ain't never lived somewhere. You visit a lot of countries, but to actually live, y'all scared in a motherfucker. Because I was too. It was scary in a motherfucker to sit up there and actually say, I'm turning my back on a whole country to go to another country that I don't know shit about. It's scary. Men get scared. Shit, warriors get scared. Go out there and do what we gotta do anyway. I'm literally telling my family that I'm gonna make it in another country. I'm literally telling myself that I barely know the language. I ain't got too many connections, but I'm gonna make it. No, I can't do that. I mean, let me keep my ass in this goddamn cubicle. What you say, boss? When you need this report, you need it by tomorrow morning. I'll have it for you, boss. You'll keep your ass in that cubicle for another 10 years and keep on watching Love Crossing Borders, keep on watching Ace Live, keep on watching Flyboy Way, keep on watching Check in Effect, keep on watching Marwa, keep on watching Passport Heavy, keep on watching Zoom to Thailand, keep on watching Chocolate Man in Thailand, keep on watching Tailor Made Dreams for the next 10, 20 years. And you ain't did shit but visit places like a goddamn Disney World tourist. Why am I so passionate about this? Because I believe in you. Because ain't nobody else believing in us. If you want the truth, that's why I have such passion for it. Because I believe in you, and I believe in you more than some of your family members, your co-workers, your friends that you'd have had for 10, 15 years that don't understand why you had to, what put it on your mind. None of us have ever left this community. What makes you want to leave this neighborhood, move to other countries? And they always want to put it on bitches. But I believe that you are greater than just thinking about bitches. They always want to put it on women in the sense of you just go to these other countries for women. No, women are the cherry on the cake that I want. I want the whole cake of life. Women are just the cherry on the top of it. Yes, they're extra sweet. They're extra tasty, but they're just the cherry or the cherries on the top of the cake of my life. And nobody's going to understand that you want the whole fucking cake. They just think you want the cherry on the top. But I believe that you want the whole fucking cake. That's why I'm so passionate about the Passport Bros and traveling and expat and black men taking advantage of global opportunities. We've been doing this shit for thousands of years. All of a sudden, we want to come to the United States and be little bitches about traveling. We've been traveling from continent to continents, mountaintops, valleys, oceans, crossing oceans and shit for thousands and thousands of years. We've been doing this for thousands of years. And all of a sudden we get to the United States and we want to be little bitches about traveling as black men. And migration is what we've been about. We survived, goddamn, somebody put our people in the bottom of a goddamn boat and shipped us across our ocean. And we survived that. Migration. You should be scared about that shit. We survived that. And then all of a sudden, when it's time for you to just use a passport and build a new life in whatever country you want, not the country they drug your ass to, you want to be scared? Keep your ass right there in the United States. Watch what we do. Watch what the rest of us do. You keep your happy ass right there. Go ahead and let boss give you some extra, give you a raise and a promotion. So you can go ahead and live the life while boss is on the golf course, you still in that cubicle scratching how you gonna get that damn report done for boss by tomorrow morning. You go ahead. Watch what the rest of us do with these passports. You think that this passport bro movement is just what you see now. Bruh, wait till we start having kids. And then my daughter is hanging out with Black Men Travel's daughter in Medellin. And now we got our kids are traveling to see each other hanging out. Y'all think that wait until we all are fluent in Spanish and we just sitting around while they smoke cigars. I'm having brandies and we're all fluent in Spanish. All of us are Englishmen or men from the United States, and ain't nobody speaking English. Ain't no Spanish people in the room. But we speak Spanish because that's what we can do. You think this passport bro movement, this is just the beginning. All the properties and businesses that are going to be purchased by men with passports. The investments. Wait till crypto really pop off, and there's going to be dudes with passports that got crypto, because people in the United States, they too fucking broke to afford the level of investment that we can afford because we live in other countries. You think okay. You think what you see today is all that what passport bros are about? Traveling bitches, hoe. Keep on believing that. You keep your ass right in that damn cubicle, trying to make that 100,000. Go ahead, Mr. Paycheck to Paycheck. Go ahead. We ain't gonna drag you. We ain't gonna try to convince you. No more of that shit. If you think that the United States is Shangri-La, the United Plantation of America is the place to be, and God put you on this planet so you can be the best that you can be as a worker bee, keep your ass right where you are. We are not gonna put you down. Here's to you. All you do is that want to keep your happy ass right there, knowing God put on your heart to get the fuck out the States, but you just too scary to do it. Keep your scary ass right there. And the only reason I say this is because I love you, I care about you, and every emotion, every thought that you having, I've had it too. And I was still like, fuck it. Let me see what I can do with this thing called life by my rules. Not my boss's rules, not my family's rules, not my friends' rules, not the prison guards' rules, not the federal government's rules, by my rules. Let me see what life is like if I lived it by Andre's rules at least one fucking time. And it paid off. And it still pays off. Let me get to these super chats. I think I already got that one. Thank you very much again, brother. Make sure you email me, man. Or at least hit me up on WhatsApp. I'm in GC in the building with the $10 super chat. He says, brothers need to recognize that there is value, or they are valuable, immeasurable value, and not spending money on black women in the U.S. Let that shit go. All you do, he's 100% correct. All you do is just trying to rescue the black race in the United States. Tell me how that's going. Come on, let's be real. I'm gonna come back to your super chat. Tell me how that's going. All you black race rescuers, the saving the community since 1969. Tell me how that's going, rescuing the black race. All the brothers that have come down the turnpike, from my brother Farrakhan to all the other guys that have been down, all the mayors, all the civil rights leaders, all the community activists, all of it, Black Lives Matter, all that shit. How did that work out? 2023. What rate of return have you gotten since you've done all that shit? Oh, nothing. Oh, the black community hasn't gotten better. Oh, it's gotten worse. My brother Farrakhan, the brother minister, has given his life to trying to make the black community better. And y'all basically told Farrakhan, fuck what you talk about, we on fuckery. It has not gotten better. And all the other brothers, y'all done told the Hebrew Israelites, as much as they try to bust their ass to try to help the black community, is it getting better with those brothers? Those individual brothers are better, yes. But as far as a community as a whole, is it better? It's not. Keep your rescuing black community ass right there in the United States and see if it get better in the next 20 years. I'm not about to sit up here and waste 30 more years trying to rescue a community that don't want to rescue them damn selves. They don't want to, don't save her. She don't want to be saved. That's the only part of the song I ever heard. That's a crazy part. And that's because I hear so many guys keep saying it. He said they're complaining about passport bros. Indication it's a valuable thing. Yeah. You guys are valuable. Your income, your mindset, all that you give to the community, man, they missing out and they know it. All you do is that appreciate a good bonnet. They miss you. Shout out to my man in the building. Roos, I hope I pronounced that correctly. Roos Q in the building with the $10. He's a tax question. From my understanding, if you live in Colombia over 183 days, you are considered a tax resident there. True. Have you had to file or pay taxes yet? No. Next year will be my first time paying taxes or even, paying taxes in Colombia. Do I file taxes in Colombia? Yes. Have I had to pay taxes in Colombia? No. Now, since I'm married, we file jointly in the marriage. But because I hadn't hit my, let's say this, like I say this all the time, there's a threshold that's activated in Colombia that if you don't hit that threshold, you don't have to pay taxes. That's for everybody. Just not just us. It ain't nothing special for us expats. It's just for everybody. If you don't hit that threshold of money going into your bank account in Colombia, you are judged by the amount of money that goes into your bank account, whether it be a gift, whether it be direct deposit from work. Everybody is taxed based off their bank account. Colombians, like in the States, we get our taxes taken out of our paycheck. Colombians don't get that. All the money goes directly into the bank account. If you're getting paid $15 an hour or $30 an hour, you get all that $30 an hour. And you get taxed on all of it at the end of the year. But if you don't hit a certain threshold, now that threshold for most people, and I'm going to put it in American US dollars, is like $11,000, $12,000. So as long as I stayed under $11,000, $12,000 a year going into my Colombian bank account, and I kept money into my US bank account, I filed my regular US taxes, even though I didn't owe any taxes, and because I got so many tax breaks from US. But as long as in Colombia, I didn't go over that 11, I was good. I just filed along with Andrea, and hey, you don't owe any taxes, you're good. So all these years, this year, I sent more. So I was like at 13. So now I got to pay taxes on, I don't know if it's on the extra 2,000 or taxes on the whole 13. In Colombia, tax is like 19%. So that means that I'll be looking at about, of the 13,000, looking at about get 4,000 in taxes, which is no big deal because I hadn't paid any form of taxes in about 5-6 years because I get so many tax breaks. So it depends on what it is. I have to find out through Andrea because she's a tax accountant. I have to find out, do I have to pay like on the whole 13 or do I just pay on the overage over the 13? But the average, as long as you stay under, like I said, under $11,000, $12,000 a year going into your Colombian bank account, you file, but you don't have to pay. That was a good question. But yeah, I found out that this year, Andre, next October, I have to pay taxes for investments this October. Real good, real good question. But as long as you don't go over that, I kid you not, all these years I hadn't gone over, I haven't paid a dime because I didn't owe anything. Why? Because I didn't go over. but this year I went over. So that's what you get for making too much money or sending too much money to your account. I'm just sending money. He said, El Sharad Ali, remember in the 90s, the sister, tried to rip her a new one when she was trying to tell them. Yes, she was. When she came out with the book, Black Man's Guide to Understand the Black Woman. Yep. Shout out to my man Dave in the building. Once again, shout out to you, brother. He say, she belongs to the streets. Now, I do know that about Future. Yeah, I do know that. Plain Eddie said, I like how you spell playing with that. That's a good one. He said, I'm over the States once I get a remote job. Absolutely. I don't blame you at all, brother. Take your time. And also, guys, remember, in closing, take your time when it comes to your exodus outside the United States. You said taxes that bad, really, Andre? Yeah, they bad. They bad. In Colombia, taxes are high. But it was my fault for going over the threshold. Like I said, I've never gone over, but this year I was just sending money. Let me take care of this. Let me take care of that. Let me do this. Let me do that. So that's what I get. That was my fault. But take your time when it comes to relocating. My journey of relocating was I sat in my cubicle on a certain day, but it was 2 years later, almost 3 years, when I was full-time living in Colombia. I had this apartment, as you guys heard me say before, I had this apartment for a year before I moved here full-time. Yes, I was coming back and forth and sending Andrea money to get furniture for this and that. And then I'd be coming down here and I would buy furniture and so forth and so forth. But I'm still working and living in the States. But I could afford to have this apartment. And some of you dudes, this is another thing about that y'all make me mad with. Some of you dudes can afford to have a place full-time in Colombia. Dude, if you come out of $600 a month for a full-time spot that comes with utility, Wi-Fi, security, everything, because I know, me personally, I could fuck up $600 a month in the States easy, just on BSing around. Can we be real? I can mess up 600 to where, man, I thought I had an extra 600. Oh well. When the woman told me, she said this apartment is, at that time period, was $380 a month for all the things I was telling you guys about. And we live in a nice area. And I said, well, can I get it in April? It was January of 2019. And she said, Andre, this apartment is going to be gone. And I knew that she wasn't hustling me, because this is a nice apartment. And to have your utilities, Wi-Fi, internet, everything included, a parking garage on the inside, I'm looking like, for $380 a month, nigga, if you can't come out of $380 a month, you ain't got no business moving nowhere. Get this woman that money. Man, I got that lease. Andrea looked over it, made sure everything was perfect on the lease. And I was at work in the cubicle. They emailed it to me. I signed my lease. I faxed it back over here to Colombia while at work. Shout out to my job. Faxed it over here back to work. No, I didn't. I scanned it at work. That's what I did. I scanned it and I emailed it back. At work. Yeah, I used the work scanner. Yes, I did. And I had me an apartment in Colombia with all those and $1 million view. You guys will see the view of my, if you've ever seen Ace Live's video of the Tinder, when he did Tinder, he and I did that video of Tinder in Cali, Colombia, looking at the women in Tinder. That view in the background is our terrace, is from our terrace. Those mountains and that beautiful is upstairs on the terrace. For $380 a month. And I knew I could be what America would say, well, since you don't live here, why you get an apartment? I'm like, shoot, I fuck up $380 a month. Man, let me get that apartment real quick. That's just some beers I ain't got to, okay, I ain't gonna be drinking as many beers. Okay, my cigar limit is gonna be limited. That's what I was thinking. Okay, I won't be going to top-notch clubs like I used to as much. Okay, cool. I don't want to spend money in the United States like that anyway. So that $380, so when I came to Colombia, I already had a place. I remember one time I missed my flight. I thought it was 6:30 in the evening. It was 6:30 in the morning. I was disappointed in missing my flight, but guess what? I didn't have to go back to Airbnb. I came back to my apartment. Why? Because I already had it. Second thing was, since I had an apartment in Colombia, it was already getting me programmed mentally to take my exodus out of the United States serious. See, while you're in the United States, you just talking that talk. When your money get involved, oh, you for real. Tailor-Made Dreams took three years to move full time to DR. Even though he had bought his condo his first trip to DR, but he was going back and forth for 3 years. He owned the apartment, all his. But yet he realized I still got business to take care of in the States, but at least I got my condo. And I kid y'all not, man. That's how exactly what I did. He said, sold my truck. He said, sold my truck, say $1K a month. I'm getting ready. That's what I did. Bullshit you not. Sold my Ford F-150. I had a 2015, 2016 mint condition Ford F-150 Harley Davidson edition. That mother was bad. Man, I sold that mom. That mom got showed. Let me see if I can pull. No, I ain't got time for that. I don't want to pull up too much. Maybe I can. Let me see. Maybe I can. Let me see if I got enough time to do this. Show you guys my home in Tampa. Sold my home. Yeah, bruh. Let me scroll down. Let me see if I can pull this picture up. Let you guys see what I'm talking about. Yep. There she is. Screen share, photo, share. There we go. My Ford F-150. Sold it. $700 a month with the insurance, the gas, and the car note. Now I do wish, I'm with you on that one, brother. I do wish that I kept the house. I do wish I had kept the house. Let me see if I got a photo of the house. Let me see if I got a photo of the house. Oh, here's a photo you guys haven't seen. I'm about to surprise y'all with a good one. Good photo. That's your boy in the feds. That was me, 25 years old in the federal penitentiary. Yep, that's your boy right there. So when I said I was locked down, I was locked down in the feds. Young, spry. This first time, I think it's the first time I've actually shown this picture on YouTube. Yep. A lot of you guys have not, all 100 of you guys that stayed around got a chance to see your boy in the feds. He said, what did I do? The same thing that everybody else was doing in the 80s, making money we shouldn't have been making. And when they kicked in that door, I was watching Yo MTV Raps. They kicked in that door. Yeah, I had to be like, maybe I'm maybe 25, 26. Yeah. That's where your boy had hair. Yeah, man. I'm going state to state making money. I got workers here, workers there. Yeah. You play stupid games, you get stupid prizes. That was me. He said, being debt free is more important than income. I can agree with that too, man. Definitely being debt free. That's one thing I did too. Make sure my credit was good. That's a great one. Thank you for the super chat. Man, it's raining like crazy out there. Shout out to my man Drew in the building. Shout out to my man Drew in the building. Drew said, nice truck, living in Northwest Florida and all that. Yeah, man. Yeah, I was doing it. I ain't gonna even lie. I had a good time. Let's see what else we got here. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, my home in my truck. Let me move you out the way for a second, brother Drew. So this is my truck and my home that I sold. Oh, my fault. There we go. So that was my home, and I was living in Riverview. Riverview is a suburb of Tampa. A suburb of Tampa. So that was my home that I sold. Definitely wish I kept it. But I sold mine right around. Yeah. I wish I kept it. Thank you very much, brother, with the $5 super sticker. For the love of the game. Nothing to say. I appreciate that, Play Eddie. Yeah, nice place too. It was nice. Yep, that was your boy back in the day. Willing to make the sacrifices. Willing to make the sacrifices, man. I was like, you know what? Like I said, the truck, sold it. I was good. I actually sold it and I purchased before I left Florida. Let's see what if I got a photo of my vehicle before I left Florida. Let us see. I do got pictures of me stuck in that cubicle. I do remember that cubicle life. This was like right when I decided I'm moving to Colombia. You could tell I'm moving to Colombia. I was a college recruiter. I told you guys I was an academic college recruiter for almost 20 years. Yep, I was looking like, man, I'm out of here. I am out of here, man. Yeah, I think I was kidding, man, when I was like, you know what? I'm coming together with a plan. I was making about, I would say about 87,000, about 85,000 a year. Yep. So I had the house, I had the truck, I had everything I needed, but I was not happy. Not happy at all. Let's see. I'm trying to see if I have a photo of the vehicle that I had at that time period. Nope. I guess I don't. Oh, yes, I do. So I traded it in. I actually didn't trade it in. I just sold it, and then that's what I got. So I went from my truck to this, just a simple, regular SUV. Nothing special about it. No bells or whistles. Just keeping it simple. And got rid of that like right when I got ready to come to Colombia. Because I was not going to waste my time trying to floss and flex. Shout out to my man Art Will in the building. Yeah. That's right, Will. I was not trying to flex for people in the States. So I said, just let me give me something simple because I'm trying to leave the States. I'm out. I am out. And let's see. Let's see what this is. Okay, let's see what this is. This is my first. I just landed in Medellin, Colombia. Let's see what this. I haven't even seen this video that I made with my phone back in the day.
Good driver, helping me out, looking out for me. Good dude, good driver, crazy traffic, but at the same time, we get a chance to enjoy each other, exchanging languages, and learn a little bit more. Tito, español, un poco. Sí. Right, see? Learning, studying. So yeah, when we get back, I post this, let you guys see how I'm doing so far. But enjoying the scenery, I'm telling you, it's just amazing. The scenery that's out here in Medellin. Just look at those rocks. Just coming from Florida, and you get a chance to see mainly all flat land, but you come to somewhere else that has mountain ranges, and it's not just hills and mountains, but it's a lot of greenery around. I noticed that. There's a lot of beautiful houses that are around. Casas, beautiful. So yeah, it is really, really nice out here. So I'm glad that I made it out here. Got my people waiting for me, like I said before. To all you all that have hit me up and let me know that you're happy for me, I'm glad. I appreciate that. So I'm just getting here, and I already know I'll be back. So I'm about to have some fun. Looks like it's been raining all day, but I'll take that too, because it rains back home. So I'll talk to you all later. All I'm doing is introducing our train.
That was, yep. I still got you see how tore up this hat is now? That hat was brand new then. Shout out to USF, University of Southern Florida. This hat, I use this hat for the gym now. When I go to the gym, sweating and everything. But yeah, I hadn't been in Medellin at that time period, not even when I recorded that, maybe 20 minutes. Maybe 20 minutes. It just landed first time in Medellin. So yeah, guys. He said, I'm back to the old Civic. Hey, do it, bruh. Do not try to impress nobody in the States with your money. He said, Dre, shout out to you, brother. I'm glad that you're here. He said, don't find those videos you can show on air. No, I ain't got none of those, man. I ain't got none of those videos. All of mine are just really just the history of Andre. Yeah, I got some. That's it. I don't have any experiences of, you know, that I recorded with some young lady. I don't have all that. Let me see something. Let me see if I can see. Oh, here we go. This is a good photo. I hadn't seen this one in a while. Here's one. This me, 8. You see Ace Live in the background. This is when I first got there. I think this is like the second day. The second day we were there. That I was there, because Ace was already there. You got my man Bink in the right-hand corner. Light-skinned brother. You got Ace in the back. We're all in the elevator of Ace Live's building at that time period. We're about to head down, so we're gonna hang out. We were all young, man. Yeah, it's kind of funny, man, to sit back and see where we've all come in the last few years. He said, just bought my new here like assembly to tackle a known problem. Also need to turn her up or tune up and replace the rear brakes, shocks. He said, I'm good. He said, I'm good. Replace the battery. That's how you do it, man. Just don't try to be out there flossing for nobody. That's serious. Save all your flossing for your new country. That's so serious. I wouldn't waste, man, please. I'm with you, Charles. I'm with you on that one. Let's see. That's just about. That's just about it. I think that. Oh, I got a good one. Look how young your girl looked when we first started dating. Andrea. Man, she looked young. Andrea was 23. 23 when we first started dating. Wow, that's a young pick. Yep. Yep, that's just about it, fellas. Oh, this is my girl. This is my girl that actually introduced me to going to Colombia. This is one of my closest friends, Roxy, in Tampa. She's a co-worker of mine, and she was the one that introduced me to. I didn't know anything about Colombia, Colombian women, nothing. I didn't know that I even lived in a Colombian neighborhood. I didn't know any of that. I just thought Latin was Latin. And she was the one that introduced me to the Colombian world, the world of Colombia. Everything about Colombia, Colombian women. She took me to Colombian concerts. That's when I saw Karol G, when Karol G only had like 300 people that she could. Now she's doing stadiums. This was in Tampa. She introduced me to so many people, so many clubs and restaurants. This was my sidekick right here. When I was in Colombia, she was the one that told me. She said, "You're gonna go to Colombia. You're gonna meet an educated woman, and you're gonna get married, and you're not gonna come back." And I was like, "Whatever." And she was 100% correct. She was 100% correct. My girl Roxy, good people, really, really good people. But yeah. All right, gentlemen. Now I've given you a walk back down memory lane. And we've been here for way more than I expected. Thank you guys for hanging out with your boy Andre. Thank you for the cash apps. Thank you for the super chats. Let me make sure I got everybody on cash apps too. Let me make sure. But yeah, so when I mentioned to you guys that I did all that I'm saying, now you guys see, okay, Andre actually did all that stuff. Or Andre actually had all that stuff that he said that he had, and he got rid of it. Like I said, the only thing that I wish that I'd kept was the home. Other than that, everything else was replaceable. You know. So now we're completely different. I think I got one more photo for you guys. Let us see. Let us see. So now this is our vehicle here in Colombia. So now you see why we can get around and go from city to city everywhere we want to go, because we decided to invest our money in a vehicle, which was, we got a great deal for it, really good deal for it. Yep. So my point is, you can accomplish whatever you want to accomplish. Just take your time. It's going to come to pass. I promise you. Once again, my name is Andre of Andre and Andre's Love Crossing Borders. I appreciate you guys still being here. We got 83 people in the building. We just had 100 people. Make sure you click that like button on your way out. We like you. Make sure you like us too. See you guys on Friday. We're going to have some drinks in our hand. Talk to you later.